on court like I play for the Clippers. I'm on your sides with a gun in my hand, and I'm itching to bang. Don't see none of you niggas. Watch how you walk up when I'm off the liquor. Bro, I forgot I'm a rapper. I almost took off his face, he just wanted a picture. I really don't lie in the booth, and they want to know the truth, so I'm feeling like Digger. I'm a big dog, beef and puppies. Young boy days, I was feeling like suspect. 24 shots in their ends like Kobe. Hit up their Brody, that's why they upset.
Welcome to episode number 100 of the Ball Don't Lie podcast. As you can see,
100.
We're missing Omari. Bro couldn't even show up for number 100. Can you believe it?
SMH.
He's just as much of a guest as Isaac is at this point. Like,
nah, he's consistent. Misses episode 100, but he'll be there for.
Damn, bro.
So
that's like it's like missing the child's birth, bro. You gonna miss child's birth?
No.
McCarty was
episode 100. That's crazy. When did we first have our first episode? Was it 2022 or 20? Wow.
Actually, I was looking at it today because I wanted to like change our header for Twitter, and I went to the first episode, and it was like late 2022.
Wow.
Damn.
100 eps.
In that off season. So
long road. Maybe we have 100 more.
Yes, sir. We're
Hopefully
getting better. Like, what's it called? Formatting and consistency. I think it'll just keep up. To be honest,
we got to get back in person. I think that would just increase how the content is. Like, we need to find a place to film, and then
yeah. And I like how we are doing like segments, like rotationally at least. Like that should like retain it more. You know what I mean? I like it.
Yep. Getting better and better.
Hopefully we have something for you guys. We should make a video for 100 episodes. We're gonna make it at some point. Unfortunately, we don't have it in time for the 100th episode, but we'll figure something out. Okay,
We'll do it. We'll link up.
We're getting geared towards playoffs, right, boys? Is that what's going on?
Yeah, I think in 2 weeks.
It is in 2 weeks.
It's right around the corner.
But let me start off with the best player of the week. Once again,
Hold on, before you start.
Okay.
Can I guess?
I wanted to say that you robbed Jalen Green last week of his best player.
I did not rob him at all.
I think you robbed him.
Green.
How did I rob him?
Team, he was averaging 25 points per game.
Did you see what the Bulls were doing?
Bulls, they're in the play-in. This is a playoff team. Show Jalen love his
They
respect.
had like 20 wins a month ago, so I don't know. That's kind of hooping.
Yeah, that's all I wanted to say.
Hey, we talking about Jalen Green is not the player of the week this week because the motherfucker was benched last night, so he definitely is not going to be.
You don't want to talk about the other games though, not the other 10 games or when he was hooping.
You know,
hey
funny?
Man, I would say nice things about Jalen Green if you guys were critical of him at times, you know. But I know Gabe just be glazing him 24/7,
Dude,
so I have to take my shots when I have a chance.
Usually we talk about Jalen Green at the end of the pod. This time it was the beginning. That's like an actual step in the right direction. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I just have to. I remember to get it out there.
Hey, I'll be real. Before I get into the best player of the week, they actually should have played his ass in the fourth quarter against us because Fred VanVleet, I know he's coming off injury, but he was doing absolutely nothing. Like he was chucking, he was chucking threes and like just he had no type of real impact on the game outside of chucking shots. So I thought they could have used Jalen Green, even though he wasn't scoring too well. Just you have to respect his athleticism more so than Fred VanVleet. But I get the defensive purposes, but I think they could have used the scoring.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree too.
Anyway, best player of the week. We've been talking about this dude for probably like 3 episodes, I want to say, but I got to show him some love. Shout out to Giannis, man. Giannis is the best player of the week. No Dame at all. And these numbers for him is pedestrian, but for everyone else is probably like top 3 player in the league. 34 points this week, 64 from the field, 7.5 assists, 7.5 rebounds, 3-pointers, not really his game. 70% true shooting, 75% from the free throw line. The Bucks this is probably going to be the last time we're going to really have anything positive to say, in my opinion. We'll see. You know, there's still a week left of the season, but I'm just going to shout Giannis out because I know people are starting to sleep on him, starting to forget, especially because I don't think the Bucks will have a deep playoff run. I think he's going to get buried even further during the playoffs. So I just want to shout him out before regular season's over.
You know, I really hope Giannis proves all the people that were sleeping on him. I hope he just comes out the gate swinging and people start to realize what they were lacking on. Because bro, this man, I said this before, like 6 or 7 years, this man's been playing stellar basketball, and We always see like, oh, he gets injured, he doesn't get the playoffs, or he doesn't make deep playoff pushes anymore, and people just like sleep on him like he's not a top 3 player for the past 7 years. You know what I mean? So I just hope, hey man, he tries to go deep in the playoffs with the team he has, but man, I love me some Giannis.
Yeah, we always give love to Giannis here. I don't think he'll be on the team much longer in the next recent few years. Like we pointed out last episode, that they've been on a losing streak. They finally broke it today because they played the bum Suns without Kevin Durant. But he's trying his hardest, even with the stats that you said, and they're still losing games. And I think his confidence on the team is going downhill. And I think he'll break during the playoffs or what they do next season, at the beginning of next season. So I don't think time as a Milwaukee Buck will be long. But he's still one of the players.
It's kind of
sure.
It's kind of tough for them because they can't really do much to surround him outside of trade Dame, and then at that point, you're not getting anything back that's going to help you. So it's just the writing's on the wall. You've seen Giannis joke about it before. Oh, I want to play in a big market. I want to go to New York. Whatever. But I actually think he is the type of player that if they aren't winning, like he will not hesitate to leave. He already got Milwaukee their championship. He's been there for how many years? 2 MVPs, DPOY. Like I think if he wanted to leave, I don't think anyone would blame him because it just seems like this whole like Giannis era in Milwaukee's coming to end unless they somehow, find a gem in the draft or like make the ultimate heist come up of a trade. I think it's just a matter of time before, they blow it up.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
You get a lot for him though.
I think they will run it back again next year considering Dame's not healthy. So I don't think they're just going to, let it go out on that note. But I don't think that, outside of maybe 1 or 2 years, that's the most they're going to have together.
Yeah, I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else on Dame? Or sorry, on Giannis?
No, that was best player. I know you have the agenda, so read me what we got first.
So, like Gabe pointed out earlier, playoffs is coming up soon, and the West is jumbled all over the place. The only team that we know is going to be the first seed is OKC, and everything else under that is kind of messed up, and we have no clue what's going to happen. So I wanted to hear guys' predictions on what you think the playoff race is going to be like at the end of the season and the standings with only 1 to 2 weeks left. Looking at other people's schedules, who do you think would be the 8th seed?
Do we know what has like the toughest schedule remaining, or we don't know? Is it still the Lakers or something like that?
I'm not too sure.
I was just looking at some of the team schedules last night, just out of curiosity. I didn't look at everybody. I was just curious to see, like, I was looking at the Lakers schedule. I know we have like one freebie, which is the Pelicans, and then we play the next worst team is the Trailblazers, but I can't consider that a freebie because they actually play good basketball. So that's like probably the next easiest game for us. So that's not that easy, but every team pretty much in the West has like one easy game, whether it's against the Hornets or the Wizards or whatever. And then the other 9 or however many they have left, 8, every team has a different amount, but the rest are hard because like the Lakers, we play OKC twice. The Warriors play like a bunch of good teams as well. Who else? The Nuggets have one freebie as well. They play us. They play the Rockets. They play, I think they also might play the Thunder. So a lot of these teams are going to pretty much like cannibalize each other towards the end of the season. Yeah. I feel like there are a few teams, like you said, the Thunder are safe, obviously, but I think the Rockets as well. I don't know what seed they'll be exactly, but I find myself struggling to see them falling out of the play-in because if you look at the Timberwolves at the 7th seed, they already have a 6-game lead on them, and there's only like 8 games left in the season. So unless like they damn near lose all their games, I can't see them falling past 6. So Rockets are probably safe in the playoffs, which shout out to me, bro. I predicted that shit. Y'all remember?
Did you?
That was my team this year. That was the Rockets. I said that they were going to do the Thunder, and they actually came through. But yeah, outside of the Rockets, maybe the Nuggets. I really don't know. It could really mix up anywhere from 3 to 8, in my opinion.
It's really close though, because if you look at even you were talking about the Timberwolves, they're a 43-win team and they're 7th place, and the people all around them are 1 or 2 games away. Like dude, like the Lakers are 46 and 29. Granted, I know we missed 2 games, I know that, but like the Warriors are 44 and 31. They're right like there if they slip up a little bit. Like the Warriors can go from like 3rd, 4th, like 4-5 to like 7-8 real fast. It's really like tough.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm gonna interrupt here because I actually did have a couple things that I added onto the agenda that I want to talk about. One of them being one of these teams here, the Memphis Grizzlies. I don't know if we had a pod last time, but they fired their head coach. I don't know if we talked about that.
No, we didn't. We didn't talk.
We did not talk about that.
Yeah, Memphis fired Taylor Jenkins, which honestly, I've been thinking about this and I just can't seem to understand it. I've been doing a lot of research into like why this happened and what caused this, because it's just so odd to fire your head coach, who's also one of the best head coaches in the league, 10 games before the playoff starts. But what I found was their assistant coach, what is it, Tom Isolo? I think I'm pronouncing that right. So he was he's the interim head coach now, but he was the Paris head coach in the Olympics last season when they had that run with Rudy and all those guys. So the NBA took a liking to him. They saw a lot of stuff, what he was doing, running the plays, being able to play team basketball. And they signed him to be an assistant coach. And basically, they kind of already were grooming him to be the head coach at some point. Essentially, they just wanted him to come in, be a part of the staff, kind of learn the NBA game, because it is different than the international game in some aspects. So the writing was kind of on the wall there. And I think the straw that broke the camel's back was what I've been hearing from fans is the inconsistent playing time with the stars. Like, I think we talked about it early in their season as well. Like, there'd just be moments where guys like Jaren Jackson, Desmond Bane, like none of them would crack 30 minutes a game. The rotations were kind of weird. And I understand that they have a lot of good players that like you want to play them all. But I do think that it kind of led to some inconsistencies and some frustrations amongst the players. And I think because of that, they kind of moved to, towards the new coach, Tom Isolo. I don't know about doing it 10 games in the season left. Like, I don't know why you don't just wait for next season. It's like, you're not going to do anything. If anything, you're hurting yourself now because the players got to learn a whole new system, a whole new leadership style. Like, it's also just a big shock to them having Taylor Jenkins be there for how many years he was there, 3-4 years. Now it's a new guy who he's never even been in the NBA. Okay, I get it if it's like a Doc Rivers or a coach that you've seen around before, have played for before, but this guy's never coached as far as I know in the NBA before. So it's just a big change to happen with 10 games in the season. They're on a 4-game losing streak right now. And I believe in his potential, in the coach's potential. I don't think that this is indicative of, how good he's going to be as a coach, but it's just a tough situation to be in. Yeah. And I don't understand the timing more than anything. I don't disagree with the decision, although I do think Taylor Jenkins is going to get a head coaching job, but it's more so the timing than anything.
Yeah. It's idiotic to fire your coach with only 10 games left in the season, especially if you're like have over 40 wins and already built chemistry up. Like, this is a chemistry destroyer, and you're seeing it now with the 4-game losing streak, and they just lost to Golden State today too. What I personally think it is Ja Morant. Seeing a lot of reports about him being upset about his usage. This is the lowest usage he's had in his career since his rookie season. He's only averaging 22 points a game this year too. Granted, he's been injured a lot, but I feel like I've seen some things of him, of people saying and speculating that he doesn't really initiate himself into the offense as much when he doesn't get the ball, and just like lets them go out and do what they want to do. And so, like, I feel like Ja Morant had a big say in him getting fired this early because he's not performing to the level that we all usually see him perform at, or the superstar like level. And plus what you said with the minutes too, like, it's not helping his case get to that next level. So I feel like they made the executive decision to fire him now. But I honestly don't think it's the right decision because he's winning you games. Like, as a head coach, Taylor Jenkins is doing everything right, winning games, change the culture there in Memphis. They didn't get over the hump with like the playoff game aspect, but I mean, if you're winning games in the regular season, there's no reason for you not to be rewarded. And he just got fired because I feel like they chose Ja Morant over him. And in some case, I guess you should, right? Your star player.
I was reading a little bit what like some of the players for the Grizzlies were saying, and then like kind of what like the talk of the town was regarding like the Grizzlies after All-Star break. Apparently, they haven't beaten a good team, and like they've lost like 10.
Oh yeah, they're like
good teams.
They're like 1-10 against good teams or something like that. And that one team was the Mavericks without Anthony Davis.
Yeah, and this is what Ja had to say. I don't know if he was kind of like, he kind of sounded a little sad, but I'll read it out to you. He says, "It's tough for me. I've had Coach Taylor since I got here. He's like, everything I've done in a Grizzlies jersey has been under him. So he's like, it's a little weird. and he said it was lots of process with the timing. It's just tough. We had to quickly turn the page. So, I mean, Bane and Jaren also said some things too. Like Bane's like,
Ain't
we got
no
a lot of
turning
good
the page,
players. We got
bro.
to lock in. But that's what Ja had to say about that whole situation. I don't know. I think
They're
he's like
turning,
neutral about it, but
they're turning the page backwards, losing 4 games straight.
yeah.
I got them falling a lot in my seedings.
I mean, again, I don't think that the firing necessarily is the issue. It's more so when they fired him. Like,
Yeah,
Timing.
you could have done it before All-Star break, right after. Even right after makes sense because
I wait
everyone's
till the
coming off a
season
long
ends.
break. It's like, yeah, wait till the season ends. Like, you're probably not going to win a first-round series
Yeah.
anyway. So it's, it just
And then,
seems like, I don't know. I get it. You don't want to, like, okay, we know we're going to fire him. We don't want to just keep him here if we know he's gone next season. But, like, it's fucking 8 games, bro. Like, you got to give him a chance. Like,
Yeah.
he's still a good enough head coach to where I think, and not only I think, he should have a head coaching job somewhere next season. You look
he
at a
will.
team like one of those sorry teams like the Hornets, or, I like the Jazz's coach. They just stink. But the Pelicans even, who knows if Pop doesn't come back, maybe the Spurs want him as like the full-time coach there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he's
Yeah, I agree.
100% going to be a guy that gets a head coaching job. Like, he's a good enough coach to do that. So that's kind of just why I don't understand. Like, it's not like he was horrible and like, or
Yeah.
something happened where you have to fire him immediately. I just
Yeah.
don't get firing him now.
I feel like he must have pissed somebody off, the GM or owner, to get fired during the season, because I feel like it's an easier let go when you lose during the season and you haven't had any success in the playoffs. And it makes more sense to fire him rather than just abruptly firing him during the end of the season where you can get pushed back and have negative responses for it and people speculating of why he got fired at this time. So it's a bad move from the organization, but if you're going to fire him, I mean, I guess you did what you wanted to do, right? So
Yeah, well, I mean, the way it's going right now, the 4-game losing streak, they dropped to the 6th seed. I mean, they're looking at a play-in spot if they don't put it together. And once you touch that play-in, I'm not, especially in the West, I don't know. Like, it gets scary, especially a team that lost their head coach, that hasn't necessarily been good against winning teams this season. Like,
yeah,
a team like the Clippers at that 8th spot, like, I don't want to play them in a playing game because they can easily beat me 100. Like, I would probably pick the Clippers to beat the Grizzlies if that was the game. So
same.
I feel like any of the playing games could do that to each other.
Yeah, even the Mavericks with Anthony Davis back, and then the Kings, like if DeRozan or Levine has a good game, you're kind of screwed.
Because it's one game though, you can't lose that game. Yeah. And if like Harden gets you a game, which you probably will, or like you know what I'm saying, or DeRozan.
I actually made a list. My the playoff rankings. I had the Clippers moving all the way up to 6, and the Grizzlies dropping down.
We didn't even get into the segment yet, bro. What are you doing?
Didn't we?
We didn't start the. We're talking about because we forgot to talk about Jenkins getting fired. We're talking about it now, real quick. This is a separate segment.
Good segue.
Yeah, segue. There you go.
He said, "Oh, but by the way, he also said, huh?
Let him cook. He was doing the segue.
Sorry, I want to add one more thing.
At 6, but I also you wanted to say something about the firing, or
because they talked to him, and then how do you say his name best? Iasalo? Isolo. So basically, they asked him like, "How you feel? What do you think?" And like, he's like, "Yeah, I acknowledge the situation." He's like, "It is what it is," but he's like, "Nothing's gonna change too much like to close out the season. It's more a bit of a scramble to get adjusted." So, I mean, do you think he's gonna do anything for them, or do you think he's gonna be like, whatever?
I just feel bad for I just think it's bad on both parties because like on one side it's bad for Taylor Jenkins because you kind of like he probably was not expecting to get fired, at least not at with 8 games left. If you could have given him a heads up, when the season's done, like we're probably gonna look to move on. Like you've been great for us, whatever. And it's also bad for the new head coach because you don't even give him enough time to really put together anything. They have no time to practice at all, especially towards the end of the year. Like this is where all the games are packed. Teams are playing back-to-backs. They're doing the makeup games. They're trying to make sure people have ample time to rest for the playoffs. So not only is the old coach, like all his system and everything they've been practicing and learning all years out the window, the new coach can't even implement the new stuff. Like they're implementing this shit during the game. The commentary team, when we were playing the Grizzlies, that was the first game with the new coach. The commentary team was literally saying like this is their practice because they have no time to run sets, at this point of the season. They have no time to practice any of their new stuff. So it's just like, again, the timing is the thing that makes no sense to me. I didn't think that the Grizzlies were going to, have a championship run anyway, but you really shot yourself in the foot firing your coach this late.
Yeah.
Do you think that they keep him as a head coach moving forward, or Probably
I mean,
hire
yeah,
somebody.
you don't make this move like this late in the season and fire him next year. Like he's definitely the head coach moving forward.
I think so too. I think if you do something like let's say they do what you did, they get someone else like hypothetically, it's like, bro, like what the fuck is what's the org doing right now, bro? what pick something.
They just hired Taylor Jenkins back.
Yeah, we didn't watch you for the playoffs,
Fuck,
buddy.
we
But
messed up, bro. I'm sorry. Come back.
I feel like it's a trial run to see how Jaw and then the other players that you have on your team.
I don't think it's a trial.
What a horrible thing
then,
to even try.
This is it, man. This is no trial. This is just we started next season.
If he loses every single game, like you're obviously gonna reevaluate.
Dude, but that's what I'm saying. Like, even if he does lose every single game, I can't even put that on him because he has no chance to implement anything. Like,
dude, he has 8 games left in the regular season. He has 8 games left in the regular. That's crazy.
Lost 4 already. What if every single one of them?
Yeah.
He's still got to be the coach. Like, what are you gonna do? Like, you didn't even give him time, and you fired your old coach, so you have no other choice.
Does he even coach NBA basketball? He coaches like probably EuroLeague, bro. Like, come on, it's different. You know I'm right though.
What's Paris? I don't know. We'll see, because you never know. Some players might not like him.
Yeah,
bro. Hey, in this league, if you learn anything this year, it's not all about the players. Give a fuck about the players. The organization is gonna do what's best for them too.
It has to be a player thing.
Luka got traded to the Lakers.
Hey, it's a player thing at a certain point, but it's like it's not a player thing to that point.
Luka is a Laker, Hassan.
They would at that if Ja goes to the office and says if Ja told the office to fire Taylor Jenkins, and if Ja goes to the office and tells them to fire this new coach, Ja's going to be gone. Like it's not going to be the new coach at this point. Ja's going to be the one to get traded.
It depends on how it's done, but as for Luka, no one's higher than the GM. The GM obviously decides where everybody goes.
That's what I'm saying. At the end of the day,
fire Nico.
Hey,
yeah, but where did I have Memphis on my list? I have them at 7, falling to 7.
Bro, what are we talking about? The West or just in general?
In the West.
We can start from like top to bottom.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Memphis might be 9 for me at this point after everything I've
seen.
It's
tough.
Like, I don't think they're better than the Clippers. And the Timberwolves, that one's a toss-up to me. That one's like maybe, but they're not better than the Clippers. They're not better than the Warriors, the Lakers, the Nuggets, the Rockets, the Thunder.
I don't know. I feel like they'll bounce back and get a couple games because I don't see them losing every single game this season. But no way they fall to 9 because the Mavericks only have 37 wins. So
I don't know. I'm not even saying seeding. I'm just saying like how good they are in terms of like at this point after firing their coach, because like now you're going into the playoffs with a massive disadvantage. Like if they had kept Taylor Jenkins, regardless of how we feel about them, even if they were still like the 6th best team, you have the chemistry, you know what to expect from them. You just know that the team is on the same page. Now it's like you have no idea what to expect. There's an off chance that the coach uses these last 4 games and they figure something out, but at the end of the day, it's not going to be enough because the teams in the West are too good. Like you're not going to be able to half-ass a series against somebody and win.
Yeah, nah. You're definitely a first-round exit.
Mm-hmm.
But,
and that's what I was saying with the play-in. If they slip to the play-in, they might not even make the playoffs. Like the teams in there are not. They could beat them easily in one game series.
Yeah. I think they'll get to. I think they'll get the 8th spot.
I would probably say that they'll probably make the playoffs. I don't think they'll miss, but
yeah,
I'm just saying it could get ugly. The fact that it's a possibility is a little scary. If I was a Grizzlies fan,
the bum Suns are gonna miss the play-in. Oh my God,
man, that's crazy. That's probably one of my biggest.
The thing with the Suns that kind of shocked me all year is that dead ass like around January they started talking about like trading Kevin Durant next year. Like that's how they were talking about the season's cooked already in January, and they're like the 10th seed. I don't understand what
All-Star break.
Like that's how bad it must have been, right? Like damn. So
gotta be bad.
Yeah, Bradley Beal destroyed that whole team, and they couldn't recover.
And he's gonna continue to destroy if he doesn't leave.
Kevin Durant's getting traded in the offseason.
Kevin Katie's getting traded.
He might not even finish the season, honestly.
Nope.
But who do I have at
Are we start with your 8?
My 8, yeah. It's the Timberwolves.
Do an introduction. We're gonna segue into it.
All right. Right now we're gonna be predicting our playoff. All right, let me start over. Right now we're gonna be predicting the end of year playoff predictions for the West We're gonna go with 8 through 1. So for
like
my
it.
number 8, I have the Minnesota Timberwolves. I think the Grizzlies aren't gonna fall that behind because I think they're gonna figure it out and not lose every single game at the end of the season. The Timberwolves are currently about to lose to the Denver Nuggets,
Isn't
and
Ant
I
popping
think
off?
what's up?
Isn't Ant like literally popping off in the fourth quarter right now?
Yeah, don't speak too soon, buddy. I'm about to make you eat your
That's a
words.
2-point game. They're up to actually, yeah.
Okay, so they about to win. Yo, Jokic got 47. Am I
Yeah.
reading that right?
Give him the
Oh my God.
MVP. Give him the MVP.
How they might win, but yeah, I think the Timberwolves are going to be the 8th seed, and I don't think Memphis is going to fall off that much. That'd be my 8.
Yeah, I'll probably agree with that. I mean, wait. Yeah, I'll agree with that. I don't think the Memphis will fall off too much, but I could see them getting to 8. I don't know. I really want to put them here, but like the only way this happens, they literally have to lose like every single game. But I think they can win like 2, you know? So
Yeah,
I'm gonna say they'll stick at 7 or something.
Yeah,
I agree as well. I have them at number 8 as well.
Yeah,
Same as you guys.
I'll put the Timberwolves at 8, and then I'll put the Grizzlies at 7 here. I think they will drop to the play-in because I don't know. I just liked what the Clippers have been doing, and I feel like the way they played this year as a team, as a whole, they deserve to be in that 1 through 6 range. So I'm gonna just say that they finish the season out strong and get that 6th spot. So I'm gonna put the Grizzlies at 7.
I like
yeah,
that.
I agree. I have
I'd
also
probably
have the
same
Grizzlies
thing.
at 7 because of the things that we talked about prior with Jenkins getting fired, chemistry being off. I don't think they'll sustain the level of play that they've had all season, and they'll have some type of drop off, and that will make them the 7th seed.
Yep, same. I agree with what you guys said.
All right, you want yours to start off with 6, Gabe?
Yeah, I actually do want to start with my 6. So, at my number 6, I actually have the Golden State Warriors over here. Just has to be done. I know they've been playing great since the Jimmy Butler trade. I never want to even speak about this ever again in my life.
Bro said it has to be done. I'm crying.
I didn't think that they would be this good coming after the Jimmy Butler trade, but you know, when you're wrong, you're wrong. You got to admit it, take it on the chin, and keep. But
Take your L.
Hassan, that is where they stand, number 6. I cannot put them any higher.
I actually have the Clippers here at number 6. I think James Harden is an all-NBA player.
Wait,
this
we're
year.
on 6 or 5. Oh, I'm a little.
6.
Nah, I have the Clippers here at 6. My brain's a little slow right now. Holy shit.
How many
the
teachers do you
Clippers.
have in your classes?
Oh,
But,
like 12?
yeah, what was I saying? Oh, I have the Clippers at
Most is really
6.
short.
James Harden has been an all-NBA talent this year. I think he'll make the 3rd team. Kawhi Leonard's getting back into the groove, actually playing over 35 minutes a game for certain matchups, and I think he's back to that killer mentality. The bogey trade, in fact, the trade deadline was huge for them. Gave them the juice that they needed to operate as a team. Big Zoo been playing 20-10 type of guy this year, and he's been hooping. So I got to give him his credit, and I think they'll finish out the season strong and end at 6.
Mm-hmm. I do agree with Hassan. What he has to say. I made a mistake. I need more Saratoga water.
Who's your 6th best?
I think he said Clippers too.
Yeah, the Clippers.
The Clippers. All right. Actually, this is where I have the Warriors.
Mm-hmm.
I have the Warriors finishing at 5. I feel like the Lakers have what? I had 2 more games. The season's coming to an end. We do play the Warriors. Sorry, we do play the Lakers on Thursday, so that'll be a huge game for both of us. But with the way that the season is kind of trajectorying, that's a word. With
Definitely not.
I like that word though.
With how close these teams are playing each other, I think the Warriors play Denver and the Rockets too, so it's gonna be some tough matchups ahead.
Actually, I just take it back. I see 2 guaranteed wins for the Lakers. We got the Pelicans game, and then we play at Dallas. So you know Luka's getting 70. You know that's just, I can pen that in as a W right
you
there.
say this, but I'm getting
Anthony
like
Davis is
anxiety,
playing
bro.
well too.
Dude,
AD's
AD
fine.
since
Yeah,
he came
he got
back
his
from
range.
injury has not been good. So I'm gonna hold out hope that he doesn't turn up on us in a week.
When's the Mavericks game?
In a week.
Okay, maybe he'll get back into
All right,
rhythm.
bet the Luka over. Bet the Luka over.
But yeah, that too. If you guys are playing weaker competition for some of these games, so I feel like you guys are gonna be 4 or above. So
I think
Warriors
if we
at
win
5.
that game against you guys, that probably locks it in.
Locks it.
Because then
Locks
we
in
play
home
the
court.
Pelicans. The Thunder games are going to be tough, but then it's Mavericks, then Trailblazers, Rockets. So I think we'll be all right.
Thunder may start resting players too.
Hopefully, we play them
Gotta get
back to
fined
back
for it.
at the end of the season. That would be lit if they could rest
Yeah.
players against us.
I'll take it.
No reason for like SGA to be playing back to backs right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely
Unless he
don't
just
want to risk
wants to
anything.
try to farm the MVP, but Jokic is out here dropping 40-point triple doubles.
I hate the SJ narrative, bro.
I mean,
they might even
I
go to
can't. You
OT.
can't. The team is too good, but yeah.
Yeah. The team is very, very good.
Yeah.
I agree. I have Warriors at 5 as
5.
well. I was gonna put them at 6, but then I kind of had like a moment, but they are the fifth. They are the fifth seed. I think they're right at the cutoff of like where those guys from 5 through 8 are gonna be. Like, but 4 to 2 are gonna be.
I'm gonna keep it real, bro. I don't think most like 8 through 6 will probably fluctuate. I think Warriors stick at 5. I think Lakers and Nuggets might flip flop 3 and 4, and I think Rockets and Thunder stay where they're at. I just think the gap, like the cushion, is too much at this point in the season. It would have to have like some kind of losing streak for one of these teams to really jump up.
I think the Nuggets. I think the Nuggets can get 2 if they win tonight because they'd be 1 game behind. And so if they keep winning, and I mean the Rockets, they're obviously lost to you guys, and they play another tough team in the Warriors. You never know what could happen. I think the Nuggets can secure 2 as well.
You know, if the playoffs started right now and we're the 4th seed, you're the 5th seed, you guys lose in 5. Can you believe it?
I honestly think it's going to be Warriors Lakers.
Yeah,
and that's going to be crazy cinema for me.
Lakers in 5.
That's a horrible matchup.
Omari
was
here.
The Warriors, man. Wow.
Yeah.
How?
Because really, our only weakness, our biggest weakness is size. Like, we get destroyed in the paint with, like, competent big men because we don't have many options. But in small ball, like, that's our best lineup. When we got Doe, Rui, LeBron, AR, and Luka, we could play that small ball lineup because we could have offense all around the court. The defense is good enough, especially the way we play with energy, switchability, gang rebounding. So
the Warriors are like dominant in small ball. That's how they came up in small ball.
Nobody on that team is going to
playing
contain LeBron James, by the way. Not even Draymond, I promise.
Like, who's
going to
3 of the best half-court players in the league, bro. We got 3 of the best. Jimmy Butler in the half-court, dog shit. Dog shit.
What do you mean? He's great at drawing fouls.
Vandalorian.
Yeah, okay, maybe. Hey,
dude, Vandal's not going to play. We've seen this before. He can't score at all.
Did I say Vandal one time? I haven't even brought the man's name up.
No, Gabe did.
You guys are scared of Vandal. You're scared of the box. He's going to put
Why am I scared of Vandal? What
should I show you what Gabe Vincent did last night?
Oh,
6 threes.
He's
back. He's back.
He had another game where he had like 4 threes.
Prison.
I can't wait. I can't wait for the Warriors to play the Lakers.
Should I pull up the footage of happened like a couple years ago when we had the hamster? The hamster?
You had Anthony Davis on your roster.
Different
playing field.
Now we have Luka Doncic.
Yeah, he doesn't play defense.
Who's gonna stop Luka?
Plays offense though. You won't find out.
You have 3 players to worry about.
Anthony Davis plays offense too, though.
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah, that's true. Sometimes
he's a part-time offensive superstar. I remember that phrase.
Hey man, I think Luka, bro. Who's guarding Luka? Well, actually,
nobody.
Which 2 people are guarding Luka? You're gonna have to double team him.
Yeah, I mean, Jimmy Butler will probably guard him.
So who are you leaving open? Reeves, Dodo in the corner, Rui, or LeBron?
Gabe.
Rui as an offensive weapon that I have to be worried about.
You guys can't.
Dude, he's not gonna average more than
he has one of the best catch and shoot threes in the league, Hassan. I know the stat because I saw it on Laker Twitter.
He'll average 15 or 14 points in a series. Like, he's a good role player.
Ooh, Rui, that's
who's
great.
gonna stop Rui? Like, he's not playing at that level,
bro. But if he gets wide open layups, like someone's gonna have to stop him. Like if you're double teaming Luka,
that's literally like
he's not gonna be a factor to the point where he's a superstar talent on your roster.
No one said Rui.
No one said super. We just have to win this.
You guys are talking to like who's gonna stop him? Who's gonna stop him?
No. You have to guard people though. You can't just leave them open. Is what I'm saying. Like
yeah, they'll guard him.
Pause against Rui. He's not.
But who's guarding? What do you have to double team Luka?
Matchups, Hassan. Matchups.
Okay. And
so who are you leaving open? Is my question. That was my question.
What do you mean? You double team and then you just rotate. So it'll be the rotational man.
But okay, the rotation. Someone's still going to be open. Like someone will have
a good enough. Moody will be on him or Brandon Pajemski. Like
food.
Gabe's gonna have a good shot. Gabe's gonna have a good look. Trust me.
We'll see. It's most likely gonna happen. I think.
I'm gonna say this in all
It's gonna be good.
seriousness: if Jimmy Butler is not playoff Jimmy, you guys have no chance. Like I genuinely mean that. Like if he cannot score the ball, at least offensively,
unless they get like
you have no
50
chance.
He's a great passer. I think he fits well in the system.
You need the offense that he provides you, though, especially against us, because like you have to match our firepower. There's just no way you can get away with Steph doing everything in the playoff series.
I'm scared of
Yeah,
Kuminga. What if he
20+.
just pops off, bro?
And Jimmy doesn't even have to have like every game 20 plus, but he has to give you like at least a handful of games where he's scoring above 20 and being aggressive.
Yeah, and I think that's possible, and should be capable for what we're paying him. So.
We will see.
Well, payment doesn't matter. Jimmy Butler does not care.
Yeah, payment does not matter.
Man,
He already got the
Not
bag
sufficient
before
funds, bro.
proving a
Not
single
sufficient.
thing.
The check is not bouncing. He doesn't care anymore.
oh, there no T. Bro, Nikola Jokic is about to give me 100 points in fantasy in the playoffs.
Oh, you're in the finals, huh?
Sick work.
Hassan,
Yeah.
Hassan, if the Lakers and the Warriors are in a playoff series, I want to bet like a steak dinner or like a Korean barbecue meal, like
All right,
for the other
we can get
person.
some food. Food
Get
the
in on
line.
that too. We're gonna have to either
Yeah.
buy Hassan a dinner for a week, or he's gonna have to buy us
Yeah.
a dinner for a week.
That'd be crazy.
Bro, it's literally gonna be Lakers in 5.
I hope that does happen. I really do.
Lakers
That would
in
just
like
be
5?
fun. Like
That's too much
aside
to
from
do.
the betting thing, like that just be
Shannon
fun to
Sharp?
watch.
Just talking about the games. Even the LeBron Curry narrative, old head narrative, like
They're
you
like
bring
great
back
friends off the court.
series.
It's so weird. They're not even
feel
rivals.
like it's
Well,
the
they are
time,
obviously, but like they're homies.
Bro, Curry doesn't have like a hating bone in his body, bro.
Yeah. it
Yeah,
doesn't
I
exist.
haven't seen him hate.
Today, something happened in the game where like him and Desmond Bain like were
They're
getting
yelling at
face to
each other.
face. Curry legit had to walk away from him. Like he couldn't even help himself to say anything mean to him. He had to walk to the bench and sit down.
Yeah, he just walked to the bench because he's
Fake
getting
demon,
fouled a
question
lot.
mark?
today, but
Fake
that's
demon,
what
question
I'm
mark?
calling
No, it's just
Fake
not
demon.
him. That's just not who he is. Like
Fraud.
I
MVP.
remember when he tried to check LeBron
in the playoffs.
Yeah,
When he had that his head
When he
tilted like this,
said-
like he's like, yeah.
yeah. When he was,
I know
like,
that
kissing
picture.
her arm.
I know that exact picture.
I remember
He was on
when
the
he
cover
used
of
to
the
have a
Outlook.
problem throwing his mouthpiece. At refs.
I remember, bro. Did he
remember
get
he got
ejected for the
ejected for
Kings
that.
for that?
yeah, he got ejected
Yeah, he
for
got
throwing his
ejected.
mouthpiece.
Dude, that one was bad because that was like, what the heck? No.
Yeah, in the finals he threw it at a ref too.
Hey man, Jason Tatum gets ejected for showing emotion. So like,
Yeah.
it could be
No,
worse.
Jason
Yeah,
Tatum
it's
bounces the
definitely
ball.
on a player-to-player basis for sure. Like
It's crazy, bro.
Draymond
He
Green will
bounces
yell
the
at the
ball.
ref if he doesn't get a foul call, and they won't even give him a tech. But then I saw like what's his name?
Isaiah Stewart.
Some random on the 76ers like jumping up and down because he fouled somebody. And
They
gave him a
gave
tech.
Tari Eason one of the stupidest technicals against us. I don't know, like when we were playing him, Tari Eason like flipped the ball like a little with some pizzazz, and they're like, "Yo, tech this guy up, bro." Tech
Oh,
him up." I'm
dude,
like,
when
bro,
they
what?
throw the ball to the ref or like with some pizzazz,
Yes.
or
Yeah,
a
it's
little
like,
bit of
bro,
force or a little bit of roll, they're like, nah, bro, get him out. Boom,
Yeah,
boom.
there's a leash. There's a leash.
It's so crazy. But the ball throwing is crazy, to be honest. They need the ball and they throw like an angled pass, and then do they call tech for that? That's crazy.
If I was a ref, like as long as a player ain't saying nothing crazy, like they could do whatever. Because like you got to let them get their frustration out in some way. Like they should be able to, unless they're trying to hurt me or like.
Like Draymond.
they
Draymond
probably-
and Stewart are the only two.
I know
Draymond and
that
Stewart
they'll
are the
probably
only
say some like out of pocket stuff. I already feel like the refs have a long leash in terms of what they do, but they probably like curse them out to the point where you have to get a technical.
No, but I'm not talking about the cursing stuff I get. I'm saying for like you bounce the
Emotion.
ball to them weird or
Oh,
like
yeah.
some like hang on the like,
Normal
that
shit,
stuff,
bro.
Like, yo,
Normal
come on,
shit.
bro. Like there, I
Yeah.
remember AI back in the day, Allen Iverson, or it was Tracy McGrady. One of them, they got a foul called on them on a defensive side, so they like jogged all the way down the court because they were frustrated, like they thought they didn't get a foul. They teched them up for that. Like, come on, a player has to be able to show some emotion. We don't want just fucking 6 Alex Pereiras on the court, like just no emotion.
They
You
did
know?
that
Tim
to somebody in
Duncan
the
one
new
was
gen. They
always
did that to
yelling.
somebody in the new gen. I forgot who it was. He ran. Was it Tatum? I think it was Tatum. Tatum ran to the other side of the court and they gave him a tech. And
Yeah.
or bro, when they talk to their teammates like loud, bro, they tech them. That is the crazy thing. Or like it'll be like Brown or Tatum talking or Draymond yelling and they tech people. That's crazy to me.
Do they think that
Their
they're talking
teammates.
to like somebody else? Or?
I don't know,
Draymond
bro. But
said that he's done that before. Like he was yelling at his teammate, and a ref teched him up because he thought he was talking to him, and he tried to
That's so
explain like, "Yo, I'm
crazy.
talking to my teammate," but like they can't rescind the tech for some reason.
During the game,
bro,
yeah.
I think rescinding a
Only
tech
my
might
part.
be good. But what do you think? That's OP or not?
No, they
They
should. They
I
should
think
rescind
right?
techs.
They should. Like if it's a problem. Or like they get a call from New York, like, yo, stop this bullshit. Like nothing happened.
I think you can get text rescinded after the fact, but like it won't stop. Like
Yeah,
you
for
can
the
get it
Yeah,
count,
like
rescinded,
after
so it
the
doesn't
game,
count
they're like,
against
oh, we
you.
took away. Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
But it still counts in the game. Like you still get
So
the text
stupid.
rejection
It's
and
so
the free
dumb.
throw and shit.
Some
Yeah.
refs feel like I feel like they're in their feelings too sometimes.
Bro, send them back to like the ref academy, bro. Tell them to take out their emotions, bro. Like,
I'm not gonna hate
Yeah,
on refs too
academy.
much because like it's a hard thing to it's a hard job at the end of the day. Like you got to make the call in real time. You can't have the replay or see the overhead view like everyone else. So I don't blame him, but at the same time, like I want to hear some refs take accountability. I've never heard a ref say, "Yo, I fucked up," or like they get any repercussions towards them. It's just like if they mess up, oh well, like you get them next time.
Yeah, I feel like they just handle everything behind closed doors. You'll never see them apologize or attack mid game because they're like angry.
but it could ruin a series or like an important game can be ruined by
Incorrect call.
like an incorrect, like a very blatant incorrect call or something along the. Bro, what was the one where something happened? They looked at replays, they didn't change it. Was it like the ball going through a hoop and it like went back? Like, was it the Harden dunk, Hassan? Am I thinking of Harden dunked it? It went through the hoop. It landed back up. It went out of the net and back up top, and it rolled out. And they're like, no bucket or some shit, right? Am I tripping?
Yeah.
Bro, or the Lillard one. There was a crazy Lillard goaltend. Oh my god, bro! I remember it was like a layup, and they got goaltended. Nothing happened. Like a game winning layup that got goaltended. This is so bad.
I don't think. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I don't think if you don't make a call, you shouldn't be able to like change that to a call. But if you do make a call and it's not the right call, you should be able to change that. You know what I mean? Like, but I don't think like, oh wait, he fouled him. We should stop the flow of the game. You know what I mean? Because we didn't call it. I don't think you should get to that point. But there definitely should be some more like you said, from wherever the head up, the higher ups, when they watch the games or whoever's in the control center, they should be able to see every angle. They probably have every angle of every play, slow motion, super fast. I don't know why some of this stuff takes so long, or you can't get it right after all that review.
Yeah. It's just dumb. I think I don't like the ones where it's like it's something happens at the end of the game. Like the one I'm talking about is the Lillard goaltender one. I remember watching that game live. It hit off the backboard layup, and he like swatted it down, and it was obvious. And there was a no call, obviously, and you can't overturn a no call. You know what I mean? Doesn't work like that. And I'm like, bro, what the like? What is going on here?
I'll
like,
say this at the end of the quarters, like those should be exceptions when it's like the last play of the game. Then you should be able to review it because it's like, dude, there's nothing after. But it's just like we don't want it to just constantly stop game in like the 11 minutes in the second quarter. You don't want that to happen because then the game's gonna take 5 hours. But
facts.
The last play of the game should be reviewed like through everything because it's like there's nothing after that. You can't even continue the game, so you have to make sure that this play is correct.
Like, dude, a layup got goaltended to win the game, and we're not gonna do nothing about that. That seems crazy to me. Like a whole 48-minute game just got washed. Like, oh man, that pisses me off.
It's gotten better throughout the years. That Pat Beverly camera one, that was crazy. The LeBron one.
Okay, that's a great moment though. Like that's that's like one of the clip of the decade or something.
No, I'm saying the call was bad.
Yeah, that was bad.
There's no call and the
call
camera
was bad.
and get him a tech right after. I saw a picture of him
It's a
doing
4K.
reffing college games now with the green whistle.
Oh man!
I go Celtics based green whistle.
No way.
I couldn't even give him a regular one.
Got you in 4K. It's still right there.
All right, we'll move on to the next segment. So, speaking of John Morant, I saw something about NBA anonymous source saying
why anonymous,
that,
bro? Attach your name to it, bro.
Gabe Sark.
I don't know. Someone in the front office probably, but they said that they don't believe Ja is a player that can take you to championship or much less win a multiple series in a playoff game. So I came up with the idea of players. I have like 9 players here, and I made a list of if they can win a championship. And do you guys think that these players can win a championship? So we can make a segment out of it. Can these players win a championship, or can these players be what I have written down? I'm off my game today. Can these players win a championship as the best player on their team?
Or can these players be the best player on a championship winning team?
That too.
Just use that one.
Right. First player, John Morant.
Oh,
Can John Morant be the best player on a championship winning team?
Bro, you know how I feel about this man. I'm gonna say no right now. I'm gonna say it's not enough. Right now,
Why?
from what I've seen. I don't know, bro. I was higher on him before. I still think he's a top talent in the NBA. Don't get me wrong, but once we get to like the upper like echelon of players, who I'm gonna give the leeway to now, Ja doesn't cut it for me right now. From stuff I've seen in the playoffs, from stuff I've seen during the regular season, he can do amazing things. His ceiling is like really, really high in my opinion. But when it comes down to it, I can't put all my eggs in the basket, if that makes sense, or like put all my chips in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's some hesitations or questions.
What about you, Bez? Do you think Ja can win a chip as the best player?
I honestly, I hate these questions because the NBA is so talented now. Like, you could have a good enough team around him, and I believe that he could do it. I think his talent is to the level where he could be, but you would just need more talent around him than someone like a Giannis or something.
I mean, most teams don't have crazy talented teams. Like Celtics are like an anomaly where they drafted two.
I mean, I would argue that like
the
the Thunder have a crazy talented team. Like, and Shea, he is one of the best players in the league. But like, if you let's say you replace Shea with Ja and then just upgrade the rest of the roster a little bit more, I think they could win a championship. I think they could.
I think they could. I think they could.
You replace.
Are you sleeping on Ja?
Who's more
Are you sleeping on Ja?
I feel like SJ is in another tier of John Morant.
Yeah, but that's why I said you got to upgrade the rest of the team.
But you got to replace them and then upgrade. Like there's possibilities.
Like, upgrade who?
Just slightly across the board, like better big man or something. You swap, or you get another power forward, or you get another guard. I don't know, another scoring guard to help you out instead of Aaron Wiggins off the bench. You get a better player. I don't know,
like Jordan Clarkson or something.
I don't even know if that's an upgrade, but yeah, somebody better, somebody that's just helps the team more. Like I think they need some more big man help, like a Miles Turner. Add him to the team, and then swap Ja for Shea. Maybe throw another wing defender on the team. Like,
but see, that makes the team like overpowered, bro. Like,
well, you're replacing an MVP player. What do you mean?
You can like have.
But I'm saying they could win a chip. They get a Miles Turner and another good wing defender. Like,
it doesn't make sense. Like, it has to make sense as to how they get a Miles Turner.
Do they have like 8 billion first round picks?
Dude, Miles Turner's not some super talented player, is what you think. He's not crazy.
He's also not like
the reason why the SGA Thunder work is because they've like played together for a while and they built up the team from the ground up.
This is theoretical though. I'm just saying.
This is theoretical. Like they would be like with each other for like 2 or 3 years at least.
Because the question is,
I still don't think John, what's his name?
Wow.
Miles Turner would win a chip, even if they upgrade the team.
But it's like you're looking at it as 2 players. It's a whole team thing. Like the NBA nowadays, it's more team oriented than it's ever been because like the league is too talented to where like back in the day you could get away with having like one of the top 5 best players in the game and then guys like that are okay around him and get away with getting to the finals. We've seen LeBron do it. He talked about it recently where he just elevated all the guys around him enough to get him to a finals. But nowadays, the NBA is way too talented for, I think, unless somebody's like super, super generational for them to do that. Like even a guy like Victor Wembanyama couldn't get his team to the playoffs. Even Giannis out here by himself, we are here sitting saying a guy like Giannis, bona fide top 20 player of all time, in first round exit inevitably, like no matter what.
His roster is obviously depleted. Like without him, that team is literally a lottery team. So
that's what he's saying. Like nowadays, the curve is
talented because the team he's going up against ain't like he played the Magic. No, I don't even know if they can beat them.
Even if Giannis had the same team in any NBA year, he's not.
Hassan, but the thing he's trying to say is nowadays
if
you can't
Giannis right now.
You can't doesn't matter nowadays. Back.
No, yes, it does. Yes, it does, Hassan.
Yes,
it does, Hassan. Yes, it does.
Okay, but teams back in the day, their superstars would carry the team. Now, it can't 1v5. It's not like that.
Okay, I hear that. But do you hear what I'm saying? If Giannis has the same team in any era, this team is not winning anything.
But they're getting further than they would this year.
What?
Well, like the second round?
No, if you take Giannis and his team right now, take Dame away, just take the team they have now, just replace him with the same team that LeBron made that 2007 finals with, they would make the finals. That team is comparable.
Hassan, they would.
That team is
Hassan,
very
Giannis can.
comparable.
Because
Giannis
LeBron
definitely
and Giannis
can.
have two different play styles. LeBron elevates players, but through his
Giannis
playmaking.
carries his team.
You can argue that his playmaking is the best attribute. Giannis is just domination. So he's just going to dominate, get his points, and no one else around him is going to be
They
elevated.
both lead to wins, though. Like
Yeah.
LeBron leads to wins because he empowers his players. Giannis leads his team to wins because he's such a force that he opens up the floor for everyone, and they have to respect him, and everyone gets easier shots and has an easier time playing the game.
He still needs talent. Giannis needs talent on his team, rather where
so.
LeBron really doesn't need talent. He elevates players with his talent. Because Giannis,
different. If you're talking about the different era thing, it's not true. I don't agree with that.
I think that's more of an era thing, though, because I think nowadays you can't get away with just being the one talented guy, but back then you could. You see a guy like Larry Bird, who, the Celtics are a bad example, but like you get other players from the Eastern Conference that were just like the one best player on their team, like a Patrick Ewing or something like that. It's like, yo, they made to Eastern Conference Finals multiple times back in the day.
I compare Giannis to like Shaq. Say if like Shaq in his era, Shaq needed another person, 1B to like win, and that was Kobe.
Didn't he go and lose to Hakeem? Am I tripping? Didn't he lose to Hakeem in the finals? He took his team and he lost.
Yeah,
that's literally what would happen. Giannis would go all the way to the finals and maybe lose to a stacked team.
Penny Hardaway.
Eastern Conference.
Okay.
okay.
But like, okay, like
one person that's just dominant in NBA history has never just straight up to take his team to the finals. Like LeBron elevates players. That's his whole thing. That's why he's one of the greatest ever, if not the greatest ever. But my whole point is like you need some level of talent to get there. And I partially agree with your take. Like the league is talented, yes, but it can only take you so far. Like the Celtics, take the Celtics out of the equation from last year. One superstar player or two superstar players always take their teams or elevate their teams to the finals or to the winning chip. Like even the Mavericks of last year, it was literally Luka and Kyrie that elevated that team to get to the finals. Without Luka, that team is not making the finals. One player in the playoffs can elevate you and take you all the way there, in my opinion.
Okay, well, let me bring it back to the original point because we're kind of getting off a tangent. So going back to the Ja thing, like you don't need. I think nowadays you don't have to have like a Giannis. Like you're trying to tell me you need a good squad to win, and I think Ja theoretically can be the best player on the team, and they can still win if their team is loaded. And I don't think like the way that the Thunder, let's say theoretically, let's say he was on the Thunder, would acquire players like that. It's not out of the question. Like if let's say Ja was on the Thunder instead of Shea right now, they would have actual ways to get better players and improve the team. They would have a lot of draft picks, tradable contracts. So I know this is like a super perfect scenario, but you're asking theoretically. Yeah, I think Ja theoretically can be the best player on a team because you also got to think about, all right, let's say Ja's not the best player on the team. We have to go get somebody that's better than him because let's say, okay, we know he can't win us a championship, him being number one. There's only like 15 guys that you can go trade for. And like, if you trade for any of them, your team's going to be depleted. And at that point, your chances are probably the same with those two guys and bums versus Ja, like, and a bunch of really, really good players around him.
And a studded supporting cast.
It's like at that point, you know what I mean? It's like Ja's so good. He's at that level where if he's not the number one, the number ones that are above him, you're not going to be able to get them. And if you are, it's like you're going to deplete the rest of your team. So
he's what I consider borderline. I consider Ja borderline.
In terms of like NBA talent, I honestly don't think that there's any really overpowered teams. Like the Celtics are the only overpowered team that was constructed.
You don't think the Thunder are overpowered?
No, I think they just play really good basketball as a team, like as a unit.
Yeah,
the players aren't overpowered. That's
so SGA is not overpowered.
No,
he's great. He's a really good player. He's a top 5 player in the NBA. But like Jalen Williams is not overpowered. Chet Holmgren is not overpowered. In fact, the team is just placed very well together to the point where you can plug and place players, and that's how they're as good as they are right now. 65-win team.
So if you don't think they're overpowered, they're just good. You don't think they're going to make it far, or they're still going to make it far because they play really good?
You have to be overpowered to make it far.
You just have to be better than everyone.
Hey, you tell me, do you think they're going to make it far?
They're not an
overpowered like OD everybody.
They're not overpowered players. The Celtics, I don't know how the hell they got that roster.
You only have Celtics as OP. That's it.
Yeah.
I agree. I mean, I don't think if you look at the Thunder, if you look at the Thunder, they got outside of Shea, nobody on their team has any sort of credibility or pedigree before this season. Like they all built it up together. There was no like, we gonna trade for Derek White, we gonna trade for Drew Holiday, we gonna bring in Porzingis. Like these are all established players that have had like all-star appearances. The Thunder, like if you want to call them overpowered, it was all natural. Like they developed all these guys, so Yeah, you can't even get mad at it. Like
the Celtics are such a rare scenario because first off, you drafted 2 players and your team was already good beforehand, and then you like trade players every year. Like every 1 year you get Derek White, trade him for a first rounder.
Upgrade.
You lose. Next year you get Drew Holiday, you trade him. The other year you get Kristaps, and you get players that are on bad teams, and you can trade assets to get them from bad teams and make the team what it is right now. And so you really don't see those scenarios like happening. So those are like really special case scenarios. Other than that, like besides the Celtics from last year, there's always been, in my opinion, a superstar that elevates his team to get to the championship. So that's why I feel like you kind of need 1A players.
See, the thing about that too is like you said, the Celtics, and there's also just going to be years where there's going to be teams that don't have the OD player, the 2004 Pistons, right?
That's the only team you can name, though.
No, let me go through the
Jimmy Butler made it to the finals, and I don't think he's OD.
What happened? Yeah. He lost an overpowered player, a superstar.
That's LeBron freaking James. What?
Okay, that's why.
It's like that's arguably 1 or 2 players.
Superstars always win chips.
The thing is, though, right? To me, if you make the finals, like you could win it. Unless you get swept, like you have a chance to win the finals if you're in it.
Butler made it to the finals twice. He made it against the Lakers and the Nuggets.
Yeah, and he
literally did what you said like twice.
And he could have won both of them. Like they
No. I don't think he could have won both. Dude, remember
there was not a sweep
bubble year when he was literally like resting on
resting on the team was better. They could have won. Blame Pat Riley. That dude doesn't do shit. Don't blame Jimmy.
Yeah.
Yeah, the team wasn't good.
But that's what I'm saying. Like a guy who's like he took it. You know what I'm saying?
And you don't even think Jimmy Butler is a superstar, Gabe.
That's why. Like he's not. That's why I said it. He's not a superstar. He took his team to the finals. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, he played pretty well. He
played pretty well, but he's not a superstar.
I'm talking about winning a championship.
But he got there. You said winning a chip or at least make it to the finals. So I gave you an example.
Is Jaylen Brown a superstar?
Took his team to 5. Sorry?
Is Jaylen Brown a superstar?
No, but Celtics are different case.
He's not.
They are.
He's just like he's like an all-star.
Jason Tatum's a superstar though.
Yeah, Tatum is.
I mean, I don't know. I don't think you. I mean, you need a superstar on the team.
Yeah.
But or a borderline superstar.
I think John Morant would classify in that superstar era. I don't think he's.
I think
not
he's borderline, Hassan. I think if I had to put a stand, I don't want to be a fence sitter, but I think he's borderline.
Who?
Ja. Yeah. For the take we're giving.
I'm asking, do you think you can be a 1A on a championship?
Damn, bro,
team?
we're on the first one out of 9 players. Jesus Christ.
We're just establishing a basis before we run through them.
I like it.
Well, I personally don't think Ja can be a 1A. It's due to him being a smaller point guard. I feel like he made his point in the past.
I just think that way of thinking is just so like black and white. I fully
disagree with that take every time you bring it up. Like every time you say it, I'm like,
another player besides Steph Curry in the last.
Why do I need to? Why can't there be another one?
You're asking us to name in history when it's like the last fucking 20 years have been LeBron James. It's like, all right, dude, things change though. Things change. LeBron's 40. Like it's going stuff's going to start to change. If Shea wins a ring this year,
when I see it.
If Shea
that's like old head narrative. You're like, that's like old head narrative.
How's an old head narrative?
That's like when the Troy's like, there's never going to be another GOAT or some shit.
Sorry.
You're like, it's old head narrative. They're like, name me someone. You're like, name me a hyper sensitive scenario niche like
if I haven't
anomaly.
Seen something happen, why would I believe it? And why would John Morant be the player that makes me believe it?
Not saying. I'm just talking about your take. The thing you're like, name me a small point guard that took it like something like MVP, took his team to the finals, something like that.
Yeah, I've only seen Steph do it in recent memory. And then what, like Isaiah Thomas? That's about it. And I don't think John Morant's that level of player, and he hasn't showcased anything that will make me believe that he will become one of those guys. So, I personally think,
bro, the thing you have to realize too is like the best team in the league,
Nash borderline
with the best overall team. There's only one team that wins the finals. So to say like, okay, just because he doesn't win the finals doesn't mean that he's not a superstar and not a 1A on a like finals team. You know what I mean? Like if they get there and they lose, all right, he can't win. But that doesn't necessarily mean that he's not that type of player. It just means the other team or the other player was a bigger superstar or a better player. That doesn't mean that he's not and that he can't win. Because you look at guys like I'm trying to think of somebody. Charles Barkley is a perfect example of this in NBA history. He is a 1A to the T, but he's never won a championship because in his era, guys like Jordan, Magic, Larry Bird. Like he's
he
not better
also
than
has
them.
the pedigree behind him being a 1A, an MVP, All NBAs, multiple All Stars. What has John Moran done for me to believe that he's a superstar right now,
That's a good point.
and that he can get to that level of
I
what a
think
Charles Barkley was?
I think before the season he was on track. I think before the gun stuff he was definitely on
Yeah,
track. I think a lot of shit
the gun
slowed him
stuff was 2
down.
years ago.
I think
But I don't
Hassan is
think-
saying only based off the flashes, to be honest. Like he's seen the flashes, but like other than like pedigree, he doesn't have that yet. I
And then
understand.
also what he's
thing
done in
for
the
me,
playoffs.
not-
the previous
it's not-
years.
The thing is, it's just not jaw like, oh, he just forgot how to play. He's getting worse. Like it's a lot of off the court stuff. He still has that talent. When he
Okay,
gets
but
the
you have
full
to take off
workload,
the
he's
court
able to
stuff
do that.
into account, though. Like we always bring up Zion Williamson. All the off the court stuff is the reason why he's not as good as he should be.
I mean, that is
another
true,
factor
but
that, like, life is a factor that we have to take into account for basketball.
Oh, so I have to,
I don't know,
I
I
have to
think-
like rank him lower because he's hood. Like, what am I doing?
I
He's a
didn't say
thug.
that.
I'm not gonna do it because he's a
just not a
thug.
superstar right now.
Huh?
If he maybe I said he's just not a superstar right now. I don't think he will be.
Then that's your
But maybe
take
if he
on.
locks in, he can be.
Then
all you
that's
gotta
your
say.
take.
I think he has the talent to do it. I'll say that just to make it clear. I don't know if he will be or is one, but he definitely has the talent to be a 1A on a championship team. If he puts it together, that's out of my control. That's got to be him, but he definitely has the talent to do it.
All right. Next player, Anthony Edwards. You think he can be a 1A on a championship team?
I mean, we've seen MJ do it, right? Just his son, right? So
His son.
Easy. There you go. Done. The next. I think it's premature to say yes now, so I'm gonna say no, not right now.
I'm actually
But,
very
like-
confident in this. Like with Jaw, I guess it's iffy, but with Ant, like because of the two-way ability, you already automatically could slot him in there because I think the biggest thing, I mean, you could tell me if I'm wrong about this, Hassan, but like the biggest thing with the small point guard is like, you know, you could do a lot on offense and, you know, that's not really a gripe, but the defensive end is where you're just limited when you're one of the worst defensive players on the team as the best player on the team.
Yeah.
But with a guy like Anthony Edwards, you got that two-way ability. Like you kind of you're elite on both sides of the ball, so there's no holes in your game, and then you can surround the team with just the best players because there's no holes they have to cover up with a guy like Trey Young or Ja or whatever. So I do believe because of that, it's way easier to surround him with talent, and you can be a 1A on a championship team.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think Anthony Edwards can. And to build off your point, too, like he's only 23 years old also. So he's gonna only get better over time, learn more about the game of basketball and where he should be able to score and pass the ball or
Hey, yo, I don't mean to
all the
interrupt you. This
players.
guy Jokic has 60-point triple-double, right?
What?
Yeah.
Thank God.
they're about to go. They're in double
I love
OT.
They're about to go to triple OT, bro. What the fuck?
Please,
Oh my
Jokic, get a
goodness.
100-point triple-double, please.
He played. Hopefully, he doesn't play the back-to-back tomorrow. This dude has 120 points. He has the most points in our fantasy league.
Is that
I think
this
ever.
season?
What?
Ever.
Ever?
Yeah,
Edwards
I
almost
Didn't
has a
Luka have a
30-point
70
triple-double.
point, like 70, 20, 10? Wasn't that more?
don't think it was a 70-point triple-double. I think he had 70 points.
Oh,
Damn,
But,
Randall.
if we're going to
Randall
triple
John
OT,
has
he's
26.
definitely going to have the highest ever.
Nikhil has
1-point
24
game.
points. Wow. And dude, Edwards almost has a 30-point triple-double. 50
yeah, half
minutes.
the team suspended, by the way, from the
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
fight.
Yeah.
Wait, why is
yeah,
Rob
like
not
that.
playing? Why is Rob at 4 minutes?
Bro, we got Isaiah Stewart grabbing on meat. The guy was suspended for 2 games.
He just has a history, bro. They already know. They don't want him on the court.
What was I saying? Yeah, Anthony Edwards can be a 1A.
Definitely.
I think he can, but not right
I'm
now.
surprised this dude's not glazing him. Like,
Bro,
Not for
I
real.
have to chill on the glaze takes. There's only a certain level of glaze I can dish.
All right, this one's going to be a good one. Donovan Mitchell. Can he lead a team to shit as a 1A?
I'm gonna say, yeah. I mean, if they win this, they just have to beat the Celtics, right? If they beat the Celtics, I think they can win the finals. So I'm gonna say, yeah.
All right, so you
That's
think
a
they
big
can
if. That's a big if.
You think they can beat a Western team?
I think if they beat the Celtics, that'll give them more than enough confidence, and it'll give me the confidence to know that they can beat any team. Because if you beat the defending champs, it's like, who can beat you? Like the Thunder are a good team, don't get me wrong, but they don't have the pedigree, or I would even say the caliber of talent that the Celtics have.
It's like you just took the belt from the champ. Give it to me. I am the champion.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like I'm kind of iffy on this because this year will definitely tell me yes or no if they advance or if they beat the Celtics or not.
Fence sitter, say yes or no, boo.
Because in the past, I would have said no before the season because of where they've been eliminated. When on Utah, he's been eliminated to lower seeded teams. Then Cavs last year, where your team didn't show up, and I think you're shooting a terrible field goal percentage to the point where I had no faith in the Cavs going into this season. So I'm 50-50. This is the perfect year to show me if he could do it. But for right now, I'm going to say no until proven otherwise.
I was also gonna say no
past.
until I'm not leaning toward it right now. I mean, Donovan Mitchell his whole career has been a superstar / star level player, and he has the perfect opportunity to make his case and do it. But if I'm gonna say no right now, but if he doesn't do it, then I'm confident saying no as well.
Yeah, for the rest of his career.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean,
this is your literal chance. You're so OP right now.
I'm not gonna say that because like if fucking Evan Mobley gets injured for the rest of the playoffs, it's
okay, yeah, there's context.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
there's
context. This team, like this Cavs team, like it is his last chance for sure. Like this year, next year, 2 years basically. If something, let's say something goes wrong this year with like a player or whatever, he got like 2 years basically to prove it.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Next player, Devin Booker. Can you win a chip?
I'm gonna say yeah too because we've seen him get to the finals with D Book as their best player, and I just think that I don't even know. I don't know. I think Giannis just had an all-time series there. That just like maybe goes to show what the difference is. But I also think if the Suns had better personnel, like their only big interior defender was Ayton, and he had like a generational series at that series, but still Giannis, respectfully, Ayton and Giannis, it's like
too much.
It's too much of a difference right there.
And plus, Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday were going crazy as well.
I'm gonna say this about the guards though, just to piggyback off like the point. It's way harder for guards to do it than big men and wings, just because there's way more deficiencies on the defensive side of the ball. But a guy like Anthony Edwards, when you cover that up, then it's just like it's not even about the size necessarily. It's just about the skill set. Because Devin Booker, Anthony Edwards, they're probably like 1 inch difference, but their play styles and their physicality is so different that it's like, oh yeah, Anthony Edwards easily could do it, but Devin Booker, you don't know because of the other side of the ball.
Yeah. Also to that point, I feel like we've seen Devin Booker play way more years, and we saw him get to the final, so we have more knowledge on Devin Booker's game compared to Anthony Edwards. And the finals run against Giannis kind of goes to show that like you gotta have to be a better player to take that team over the top, because they were up 2-0 in the series before they got reverse sweeps. So maybe if he played a bit better, sometimes you kind of think about that to the point where like, oh, maybe if he took that next step, he was already playing at a superstar level, but if he took that next step, maybe he'd be a champion right now. He wouldn't be having these conversations. But with the trajectory of what's going on right now with his career and where the Suns are at right now, I'm probably going to have to lean towards no. I don't think he can be the 1A unless they get like we said, like a stacked roster. But I just don't see it with Bradley Beal not wanting to leave. And then I don't know what you get for KD nowadays.
But can I pause you real quick, Hassan?
Especially in the West.
Yeah. Why do you want to say it like, and I know we're talking about Devin Booker and his team, but like, and we're talking about the Suns, but isn't this about the player itself? If he was like you said, if the team doesn't, but he's still a 1A, he could do it,
No, I mean, we've seen him as a 1A.
I think I'm gonna have to change my mind and agree with Hassan, because now that I'm thinking about it, I also think like D Book doesn't have necessarily the mentality to be the 1A, because I don't think it's just about like you have to be talented enough. I think you have to be like the leader of the team. And I don't think that Devin Booker isn't a leader, but like he doesn't strike me as like I'm holding everyone accountable. He seems more of like a chill dude. I'm just coming here to hoop. Very similar to a KD where you lead by example rather than vocally. And I think if you're going to be the guy and you're going to be a guard, like you have to bring something else to compensate for the fact that you're like the smaller guard on the team. Like you have to bring leadership, defensive capabilities, high IQ, like a Steve Nash, or, incredible shooting like a Steph Curry. You need some kind of other like trait with you that like can overcome the fact that you might be a smaller guard. And I don't think that Devin Booker has anything that's like stands out. His playmaking is good, but it's not great. he's an okay defender, but he's not a great defender. He's not an amazing leader or nothing. So I think, with those smaller guards, you probably need some other type of trait if you do want to overcome that. And I don't think Devin Booker has that. So
I don't know. I feel like we've seen him put it on like on offense multiple times before. In multiple playoff series where he dropped 40, dropped like 40, like on like 80% shooting. Different playoff series too. I mean, though. Yeah, he did. He lost to the champions. He lost to the Nuggets.
He lost to Denver. Yeah, he lost
to
the
champions.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's not much. Didn't they win 2 games and then lose 4? Like, did that happen?
But why should I give credit to somebody who loses?
I'm not saying you should. I'm just saying there's like some stuff to talk about there. There's like stuff on the wall. You know what I mean? I was gonna say no as well. Talented. I just wanted to talk about Devin Booker a little bit because I do think, from what I've seen, that like at least from his offensive side, I mean he tries and hustles on defense, which is great. His playmaking is okay, but from what I've seen from offensively, I think he could turn it on most times. Why? I'm offended on this one. I don't know, but I had to lean towards no. I just wanted to talk about it.
Yeah, no, I mean he's super talented. I still think he's probably a top 15 player, 15 and 20 player in the NBA.
Yeah,
but sometimes
it's weird.
To get to the trip.
It's weird.
You have another top 15 player on your roster, and you
that's literally what I was gonna say. It's a little weird to like give him the 1A nod if KD's right next to you, bro.
Yeah,
I mean, granted, whoever plays better is gonna get the 1A. Don't get me wrong, but KD plays really good basketball.
Yeah, and then so I have to take that into account of what's happening this season, and even moving forward. Like, does he still have that capability to get back to that 2020 run? And even at that 2020 run, he fell short, or 2021 run, he fell short. So I can't give them the nod right now. All right. Next player, Jalen Brunson. I think he won a championship as a 1A.
Me, no.
You just gotta ask a bunch of small guards, bro. It's just boring.
No, I'm not.
I was gonna get to Steph Curry. Oh my god, as a small guard, I've never seen anyone else do this before except Isaiah Thomas and Steve Nash.
Just answer the question, man.
No, not Jalen Brunson, bro. He's great, but he's not like that, in my opinion.
I don't know, bro. I don't know, bro. I can't even answer. I don't know. I don't know about Jalen Brunson. Maybe not. Is he even the best player on his team?
Maybe not.
Not this year.
It's a good question. We could have that conversation.
So if he ain't even the 1A this year, get him off the list, Hassan. What are you doing?
See, this is a scenario. The Jalen Brunson thing is like a scenario where it's like maybe he's the 1A, but there's also a guy on his team that's like equally as good as him. So it's like that's like a also situation where I think they can win, but it's also because they have a well-rounded team and another player on his team who's like equally as good. So,
bro, Jalen Brunson isn't even like a Robin. He's like a Nightwing to Batman, bro. Like he's not even like Robin tier. Because
he is the Batman. At the end of the game, you're gonna give him the ball to win you the game.
I want Big Purr to take that shot. Big Purr.
Last year, he was playing like Michael Jordan level good. Still didn't.
Did you say MJ's name in this? What are you talking about, bro?
But Jalen Brunson stats last year in the playoffs.
You said MJ.
He was playing at an MJ level.
All right. Hey, you know what? Like the Knicks type of team reminds me of. I think you'll like this, Hassan. When the Warriors won way back in like '75, they had like a bunch of like good players, great players. They had like Rick Barry.
You like this one?
Who they had? No, I'm serious. They had like Rick Barry, Jamal Wilkes, bunch of other guys, like a bunch of okay dudes. You know what I mean? So I'm blanking on who else they had.
Bunch of studs.
But they won the championship with that team. So it's like, you got a bunch of like all-star caliber players. I know they weren't all small guards, but it's just like that's my whole thing of like seeing the Knicks. Bunch of decent all-star level players, but none of them are like superstars.
Bunch of good dudes.
Get second rounded. Yeah. I can name a younger guy, Paulo Banchero.
I'll let Bez go first. Bez and Paulo. He's big on Paulo.
I mean, yeah, he's not a small guard, so it has to be yes, right?
Oh, I like that. Hassan.
No matter what.
Anybody who's above like 6'7".
Yes.
6'7".
I mean, with him, really, it's like.
Did I just say that? I didn't even mean to say it like that.
Can LaMelo do it? No.
Oh man, what are we talking about? I cut it off.
Paulo.
Ooh.
Can Paulo Banchero get you to that next level? That's a 1A.
Dude, some of these guys is too early to even say. Like
too early.
He's like 22.
Like a prediction.
If you tell me Cade Cunningham next, I'm gonna say it's too early too, Hassan. I'm not gonna lie.
No, with Cade, I'm gonna actually have an answer for that. But with Paolo,
I'm gonna
say yes, bro. I'm gonna say yes with Paolo. I'm just gonna say yes because I think he's that good.
Yeah, I think Paolo can do it too. He's on a streak of averaging 30 right now.
Yeah.
He obviously has the talent to do so. Number 1 overall pick. I think if you surround him with a better roster, him and Franz, I actually do think that they can make something shake. And he'll definitely be the best player on your roster if you ever end up getting to the championship level. And,
hey, going back to the jaw thing real quick. So let's say next season he takes like a jump next year, right? Like, would that change your mind at all?
What's a jump? Like an SGA level jump?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll change my mind.
Like minus the defense. Like outside of like developing skills that he doesn't have, let's just say he just gets better at everything that he's doing, like playmaking, shooting a bit better driving at the rim, more points. Like, would that change? Like, he's not going to develop like elite defense. I'm just saying, just getting better. Would that change?
If he's averaging over 30, yeah.
So it would. Okay.
What about 29?
I'll have hope, but I have to see.
Does 29 sell the bag, Hassan?
Yeah, 29 sells the bag.
Dog, what?
Get 31.
Now we just.
Oh my God.
I just wanted to know in general.
But see, Jaw's not a free throw merchant like SJ though.
Yeah, it says look at Jokic. This dude almost had 30 free throws.
Leave my 60-point triple-double king alone.
Yeah, but when he does it,
Twitter was saying thank you, Russ, or something. What were they thanking Russ for? Did Russ like help him get like a triple-double or something?
Oh, he fouled on the last play of the game, and the Timberwolves won.
Good.
Oh,
yeah, so on a 3 too.
Lakers are thanking Russ.
Yeah.
Laker fans are thanking Russ. That's what I see. Russ is a W, Hassan.
Anthony Edwards and Julius Randle played 50 minutes today, and then Jokic played 53.
Yeah,
dude, if I'm Jokic, I'm requesting a trade to Serbia like immediately.
Just go to his horses, bro. Let him go to his horses.
They have a back-to-back tomorrow. Hopefully, he doesn't play, bro.
After a 60-point triple-double, is a back-to-back?
I actually can't lie, bro. Like the Nuggets are selling the bag, so like they're selling Jokic's career this season. The team is dog shit without him. It's actually fucking terrible. And it's, even though I'm a Lakers fan, it upsets me because I like Jokic so much.
I know.
And anytime he's not on the court, I like the team is so bad. They all should be cut. They all should be cut. Jamal, MPJ, all should be cut, bro.
I miss KCP on that team too. That was a very vital piece.
Bruce Brown was really good. That's why they won.
Bro, I'm a Jokic fan, and like, oh man, I love watching Jokic.
Jokic most points in a triple-double in NBA history.
Oh, look at that! Another narrative that's gonna get killed by Mr. Aura.
Why do you have to pin players against each other, man?
I'm not pinning them against each other. I'm just talking.
Yeah, we're talking about Jokic. You have to bring up SGA just because it's a
one side of the same coin. One side of the same coin.
Oh, he lost tonight. I think SGA had this in the bag, honestly.
He lost. The teammates are freaking scrubs, and SGA has Chet Holmgren, J-Dub, Alex Caruso.
Bro, Chet has played like 30 games this year.
Hartenstein.
Chet has played like 30 games.
Hartenstein. But I remember they had like an 18-game win, like some 18-1 with Hartenstein, bro. I don't want to hear it, bro.
All right, we can do the next segment, the Would You Rather NBA Duos edition.
Oh, we saved this one, I remember.
Yeah, from last week.
All right, episode 100. Name your 100 top 10 players. 100 players.
I had a segment for today too, but we could save it for next time.
All right. So Would You Rather NBA Duos edition. Dun dun dun. So first duo I have. Would you rather have Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown or SGA and Jalen Williams?
Oh.
This season.
No, I'm taking Tatum and Brown. Pretty comfortably, honestly. Respect to Shea, though. He's having an MVP season. I think we all know that. But the duo is just too much. We know what they can do already. They've won a championship. The two-way ability, not that Shea and J-Dub aren't also good two-way players, but it's just like you already know that they're both established in Tatum and Jaylen Brown. And I don't know. I just think that Jaylen Brown, like the difference from Shea and Tatum and Jaylen Brown and J-Dub, Jaylen Brown is more better than J-Dub than Shea is than Tatum. If that makes sense.
Yeah, the difference is vast. Also, I'm gonna pick the duo that is a Finals MVP. I'm just saying that out there. I'm picking Jaylen Brown, Finals MVP, and co-star Jason Tatum. So there you go.
SGA can have a Finals MVP this year, though.
SGA's getting first rounded, buddy.
Imagine.
I can't even say that with a straight face anymore.
I'm going Tatum and Brown as well. Can't knock the experience that they have. I got to take that into account. I feel like they've just been doing it longer. for a bit longer period of time. So I got to give him that experience factor. But SJ and J-Dub can definitely change my mind going into this playoff series for sure. Next one. A healthy Jalen Brunson and Karl Anthony Towns versus Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray.
Say the first one again. Sorry, I was tuned out.
Jalen Brunson and Cat versus Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray.
Is this theoretical god tier Jamal Murray or like trash Murray?
I'm gonna be honest.
Now.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm taking
Jokic.
Jokic. I'm taking Jokic and Murray, but Jokic carrying hard as fuck. Like he's actually carrying the. Fuck
It's like
out of this
95% Jokic and like 5% Murray. Swear to God.
dude. Yeah.
It's heavy carry.
Yeah. See, then I'll take Jokic and Murray too because of the chemistry that they have with each other. They've been playing for so long. Cat and Brunson is still pretty new, so
I think Murray,
And
like
Jokic
from
is
the
just
duos that you say, he's
top
going to be
tier.
the worst player, like out of everybody.
yeah. I have to.
But
you have two
Jokic
better
is
players versus
Jokic,
top tier and a mid tier.
bro. Jokic is like the top end of this like player list, and Murray's the bottom of this list.
Yeah,
What a duo, bro! I can't
Pretty
believe
accurate.
this.
I read that. I think they've been playing for like a decade now. It's kind of crazy.
And Jamal Murray still can't break like 19 points per game, huh?
When
Swear to
it's
God,
the
man.
Lakers,
I
though.
swear to God. Only when it's against the Lakers. Woo!
30 point per
30,
game.
31 points per game. Look at him go. Impossible shots over Anthony Davis. I'm gonna kill myself.
All right. This is a lower level one, but it's interesting. Tyrese Halliburton and Pascal Siakam or Franz Wagner and Paulo Banchero. See, Tyrese and the Pacer boys actually win games where the Magic are in the playing right now.
You know,
With
we're
those two
taking
just not bad.
taking just the two players, like the duo.
Duos. Yeah.
I'm taking Franz and Paolo. I think that the Magic team construction is just not up to par with the Pacers. I just don't think that the Magic's lack of offense is really hurts them. And I know Franz and Paolo are the offense, but it's like you have literally nobody outside of that. Cole Anthony's your third best scorer, and he comes off the bench and averages 9 points. Like that's not going to cut it. You don't have Jalen Suggs this year either, which is the reason that their team is struggling. I think at the beginning of the year, we were talking about him like being a play-off team, like not a play-in team, but they just kind of dropped off. I think as a duo, they're better. I think the Pacers just have a better team, and like Tyrese plus Siakam, their chemistry is better. But I think like the players in totality together are better when it's Franz and Paolo.
I'm easily picking Paolo and Franz too. I think when we're talking about the teams, Paolo and Franz are both like injured for weeks for the Orlando Magic. So I'm not even looking at the team, to be honest. I'm looking at players. I think Paolo's the best player, and Paolo's number on the four players. Paolo would be top, and then Franz is third, maybe third or
no, Franz would be fourth.
Yeah. But I think Paolo does. But he's close.
Like,
he's in that tier. He's in that tier player.
I'm giving Siakam the edge because he's been doing it for a longer.
No, I'll give him the edge because he has the all-star nods. But like, I don't think the actual skill level is that different. You know.
Yeah, it can change by next season.
Yeah,
but I'm actually going with the Pacer boys, Tyrese and Siakam, because I feel like the assets that they bring to the table help win more basketball games as of right now. Because Tyrese is a top-tier playmaker. I feel like Pascal Siakam is a three-level scorer in different facets of the game when it matters most, and that's why they're actually winning games as a duo. And I feel like they just complement each other pretty well. So I
can never pick Tyrese though because he's on my ban list. I can't pick him for anything else. I put him on the ban list.
Why? What's the ban list?
Dude, how does he get 2 or 3 assists in a whole game?
What'd you say?
How does Tyrese get 2 or 3 assists in a whole game? Like, who the fuck? Like, bro, tell me how that doesn't make sense. When I bet on him, when I put hard-earned income on this man, taxable dollars. Anyway.
So who else is on this ban list of yours?
Oh, who else? Oh, I have a lot of. I'll show you later.
I'll give you some players.
Who's number one? Who's number one?
Jason Tatum.
Number one, who sold me the bag? Oh, who sold me a lot? Who do I? I'll tell you who's not on the list. Derek White is my favorite player. Oh, D'Angelo's bad. Derek White's the best player to ever bet on in my life, Hassan. Derek White, he's always, bro, his line is like 4.5 threes, and I'm not even sweating it, bro. It's at 3.5, but I'm still saying. He hit it like one quarter, bro. He's a demon. I love this dude.
Mr. Do-It-All.
Yeah.
All right. I think I got like 2 more left. Or 3. Your guys' favorite duo, Braun and Luka.
Don't even say the other one. Don't even say the other name. Just move on.
Versus my favorite duo, Stephen Curry and Jimmy Butler.
Hassan, where does Jimmy Butler? Can you rank the 4 players in order? I want to hear
I
you.
lied. Jamal Murray's the second worst player on this team.
My ranking would be Luca, Step Braun,
This guy's not real.
Kuminga,
Jimmy.
Butler.
Kuminga, pause, then Butler. Tracy Jackson Davis, then Butler.
Yeah, I thought it would be funny because they're probably going to be in the playoffs. So this is a build up for our playoff
But hey,
series.
let me ask you, Hassan, while you're on the Warriors, did you think that you guys were going to be this good after the trade? Because I know we were
my
memeing.
initial take.
We were memeing the freaking.
Dude, I was literally telling him, y'all, like they weren't gonna be that bad, and he was like, "Bro, we're not gonna win." I'm like, "Dude, relax. Like this is a good move. It's like not bad."
I think the Kuminga injury actually kind of helped the team gain chemistry because him and Jimmy Butler were not working. I think they're like the same player, and then Kuminga can't really like elevate his game with Jimmy on the floor, so him getting hurt like propelled us into being better.
Players' injuries are positive. That's how you look at it. All right.
I mean, it helps the team chemistry a little bit. Sadly, because I like Kuminga, but it is what it is. Brown and Luka are the best duo. There's no beating that.
NBA
Two
history.
top 10 players in the NBA. Gotta show them their respect. But if Steph Curry and playoff Jimmy are cooking,
what is hypothetical that just got dawned upon me?
Hypothetical. Like you said, Gabe, he took his team to the finals.
All right, bro. Then give me 2018 LeBron and 2023 Luka, and I'll put them together. Woo.
A 4-year difference. The next one I have is pretty good. Ja Morant, our superstar, and JJJ versus Anthony Edwards and Julius Randle. Who's a better duo?
I'm gonna take John JJJ. Honestly, I think Anthony Edwards would be like the best player on that list, but then I think John JJJ are number 2 pretty comfortably. Actually, I don't know. Like I can see John Jaren racking up a few more All-Stars throughout their career. I don't know if Julius Randle's ever going to be All-Star again. Respectfully,
he's All NBA though. Remember,
like, he used to be, and he was, and I still think he's a good player. But
he deserved it.
There are a lot of negatives about his game that are very glaring. When you look at guys like Jaren and Ja, I'm sure they have weaknesses too, but it's not like these big holes where you see Julius Randle like, oh, he can tend to just, hold the ball too long and, has bad turnovers, and there's some limitations on the defensive side. Like there's a lot of things you can point with him. So again, he is a really good player still, but I think the other two are just more complete. So I'm gonna go with them.
Yeah. Plus I feel like Ja and Jaren Jackson Jr. complement each other pretty well, whereas Anthony Edwards and Julius Randle kind of clash, where they both kind of do the same thing from an offensive standpoint, just scoring, and they don't really help each other win games. And you can kind of see that from this season. Whereas Cat, who's obviously a better player, and Anthony Edwards worked very well together, and Julius Randle's having a non-All-NBA year like he did with the Knicks, and he's figuring it out still. So got to go with Ja. And
I agree
Jackson.
with the Mandem.
The Mondum.
J. 4 J's.
JJJ Ja.
Oh, and Julius Randle. That's a 5th J. Crazy.
Yeah. All right, last one. Kawhi Leonard and James Harden, or Kevin Durant and Devin Booker.
Give me Kawhi and James, bro. Get those fucking non-playoff bums out. No, that is
Everyone's
a good
in their prime.
duo. It's hard to say because the Suns duo, they're actually a good duo. Like I actually would rank them highly, but like the season they've had this year, and I don't necessarily blame them too because the team is just so trash. Well, actually, hold on. Let me take it back. Are we getting healthy Kawhi? Like we're assuming Kawhi is going to play every game in this whatever.
Yeah, I mean he's been playing every game right now, so no reason not to believe.
It's just the thing with Kawhi's like you never know with him. It's just like if he's healthy,
Rank the players.
If he's healthy, he's a superstar, right? It's like you got to respect him as such, and we know James Harden is like a generational player, so you got to give him the respect. And KD also a generational player. He's probably the best one here, but I think I would take Harden and Kawhi over Devin Booker personally.
Rank them in order.
Assuming they're healthy. But if Kawhi is like going to be his half in, half out, then it's like I got to take the Suns at that point.
To answer your question, Gabe, if I'm ranking the players in order right now, I'd have Kevin Durant number 1, Kawhi number 2, James Harden number 3, and Devin Booker number 4, based off the seasons that they're having right now this year. And then also that also comes into my rankings too, or my decision. because I'm going with Harden and Kawhi as well. Because seeing a duo of Kevin Durant and Devin Booker as a 10th spot doesn't make sense in my head. And just like the talent alone in a basketball game shouldn't get you to the 10th spot with those two. You should at least be a playoff team. And seeing them underperform with, like I said, 2 top 15 players in my eyes is a negative. And seeing Kawhi and James Harden overperform where we had them like the 9th seed going into the season and possibly ending with the 6th seed after the conversation today. I feel like we got to give them their respect for that, and they're a better duo in my opinion because of those reasons.
I agree.
Well said.
But if you want to rank all the duos, I think Brown and Luka are the best duo in the NBA. Just
Number
off
two might be Jokic and any player on his team. Jokic and X. Fill in the blank.
It would be number 2.
Their coach. I don't know, bro.
I'll probably put
On this list, Tatum and Brown.
Tatum and Brown is a good one. Yeah.
Kawhi and Harden are pretty good. But
Kyrie and AD are nasty.
They haven't played it. They haven't played yet.
I know.
They played 10 minutes together.
Bro, I saw people.
If you're gonna say Kyrie and AD, we might as well say KD and Book because theoretically they're nasty too. You know.
Yeah, they're nasty individually. Bro, people they're like, oh my god, when they play and if they play, they're gonna be so good. They complement each other so well. One is gonna cover the guy's weakness. The other guy's gonna cover the offense.
I am people. I thought they would be a better team than the Lakers, fully healthy right now.
You don't want to say any of the Cavs duos. You don't want to say Mitchell and Mobley or something.
What? Yeah, that's why I wanted to do Mitchell and Garland. But can you name another 2-guard duo that we can compare him to?
I was gonna say Mobley. I think he's their second best player, honestly. If you factor in the defensive side, he might win DPOY.
Yeah, he might.
Put Jimmy and Steph. Then put Jimmy. Are you gonna pick Jimmy and Steph?
I'd pick Jimmy and Steph because of the playoff experience. And then like Jokic and Murray, I'd still choose Jokic. He's the best player in the world. I don't think Mitchell and Mobley would beat any duo, honestly.
They'll be like the scrub duos, like DeRozan and Levine.
Maybe Ja and JJJ.
Yeah, I would take them over Ja and JJJ. I'd take them. I think they're both better than each
Ja and JJJ have more accolades, though. Huh?
I think Donovan Mitchell's better than Ja, and I think Mobley's better than Jaren Jackson. So I don't even think that one's.
Jaren Jackson has been having a good year.
I respect him. He is respected.
How much of a gap are you giving Donovan over Ja too?
What about Giannis and Dame? Let's take them two. I know we talk about how much the rest of their team sucks, but let's just take those two.
Top 5 duo in the league, I think. Top 5.
Are you taking Giannis and Dame or Jimmy and Steph?
Giannis and Dame.
Jimmy and Steph.
Whoa.
No, come on. You can't be serious. Come on.
Hassan.
What is Giannis and Dame? What are they doing this year?
Hassan, the gap from Jimmy Butler to any player is very big. I'm telling you right now. Other than Jamal Murray, he's literally better than Jamal Murray. Out of all the other players, he's really close. I'm telling you right now. Jimmy.
What'd you say?
I said you're talking about Steph Curry. Okay, and Jimmy. But when you're comparing the second, like the sidekick, whatever, to the other sidekick duos, Jimmy is like not on the same tier with level is what I'm saying. To any of them other than Jamal Murray.
But you have to give him his credit for being a playoff riser.
Yo, I think Evan Mobley's better.
Dude, I didn't even finish my sentence. What did I say, Gabe?
You said you have to give him credit because what he did in the past and his accolades.
I didn't say that.
What'd you say?
He's already saying no. I said playoff riser.
Oh my!
He's a playoff riser.
Did he rise in last year's playoffs?
Huh?
Did he rise in last year's playoffs?
He didn't even play. He was hurt.
All right, then get him out of here. He didn't rise. He fell down like the sundown.
We're not gonna act like Jimmy Butler doesn't help his teammates play better. Look at the dude. They
we actually lost. We actually will act like that.
The Heat lost Jimmy Butler and they lost. They went on a 10-game losing streak.
Okay, but that's like insane toxicity all across the board. Like even Tyler Hero's like pissed. Like what are we talking about?
Tyler Hero's been hooping this year.
Yeah, he's been hooping, but he's not happy.
How do you know?
He probably wants to leave Miami too. Yeah, I hit him up on the phone on the timeline, bro.
Jimmy Butler was not there all year, so they've been losing before he got traded.
But look at our team now. I didn't think we'd be even in the playoffs before the deadline.
Well, no one said Jimmy's not a good player.
The reason why we're winning.
When it comes to these duos,
he's a good player. Sorry, I overreacted. He's a good player, but to the second in command, whatever, he's not on that tier right now. Okay, I'm not talking about 2-3 years ago in the playoffs niche scenario.
I think Mobley's better than him personally.
Yeah, he's easily better than him right now.
He provides way more to a team than Jimmy right now. Not that again, Jimmy's not bad. It's just
Yeah.
I think Mobley's more valuable to an NBA team.
I don't know.
100%.
I have to see what he does in the
1000%.
playoffs this year. Because last year in the playoffs he was terrible.
If I'll say one thing, if anyone gets the
thinking about
benefit of the
rookies,
doubt
but-
for the playoffs, is Jimmy Butler.
What did you say?
I said if anyone gets the benefit of the doubt for the playoffs, is Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, I guess.
So if Jimmy stinks
give
it
him
up this year and we get first rounded, then I'll agree with you 100%. But
And
from
if
the
he's the
cast and
cause,
what
if
been
he's the
doing right
cause,
now,
because he will be the
I
cause.
have faith in Jimmy Buckets.
It ain't gonna be Steph for sure. He's not gonna be the problem.
Yeah, Steph is gonna actually carry you guys hard.
Like he's
Did
been
you see-
doing
did you
all
guys see?
like he's been doing now. Dude, we almost lost with him today and he dropped 50.
His 50-point game got shattered by Yoke triple-double, 60-point.
I'm not gonna lie, Pods was hooping, bro. He had some timely buckets for y'all.
At the end, but the whole game he was terrible.
I didn't. I only
Hey,
watched the fourth quarter.
Hassan,
'cause
would
I
you rather
saw-
have clutch on zero or clutch
that's
on
only
99?
quarter he
That's
played
what
good
I'm
in the last 5 minutes.
Hassan, clutch on
Hey, I
99.
gotta start watching. He'd be pooping when I'm tuning in.
He couldn't hit a three to save his life.
What do you say, Gabe?
I was saying to us, it was like you can't. He was stinging up the beginning of the game. I said, would you rather have like clutch on 99 or like him be like not have that? He gave you guys a win, bro. Stop it.
Oh, Pods, no, I need you to be consistent throughout the game.
Nah,
and
so
then
no
don't
clutch
show up
99
at the
L.
end.
He's
No
been
mama
playing
mentality.
better in general, though. Since
Yeah, he's
Trade.
been playing good. Hopefully, he can keep that up when it matters most. Playoff time.
Any more segments, gentlemen?
I mean, I had one, but it's gonna take too long. I'll save it.
All right.
It was ranking
It's not-
third options.
Oh no, Austin Reeves.
Yeah.
Hassan,
No
what
one
did I text
calls for
you?
better,
Hassan,
bro.
what did I text you? Third option dropping 31 points. What did I text you?
Okay, what did he drop against the
I don't
Rockets?
care what he did after. I didn't ask. I sent you a graphic.
Yeah,
Hey,
we only
what-
care when he.
hey,
when he
if we
drops
wanna
30
talk about-
against Lund.
What he dropped against the Rockets? What did Gabe Vincent drop against the Rockets?
No one's
And
talking
Dodo.
about Gabe Bum Vincent.
Take
Bum.
that
What
bum
did he
out your
do?
mouth.
6
Never say
threes.
that about Gabe again.
Okay,
Gabe's
what is he
are
gonna
like
do- what is he gonna do tomorrow? What is he gonna
Gabe's
do tomorrow,
United.
huh?
He's gonna drop 21.
Yeah, of course.
Hey,
Can you
if-
do something for me?
He doesn't need to drop 20 tomorrow. He just needs to drop 20 one time, and we'll win every series. If he
Exactly.
drops 21 game every series, we'll win
We'll
every
win
series.
one game. That's cap because I've seen
Our
James
team
Harden
is
drop
stacked,
40.
buddy. Relax. Our
in
team is
one
stacked.
game and then drop like 6 the next and still lose this series.
Bro, he could drop 20. Rui could drop 20. Reese could drop 30. Like we got demons. You don't even understand.
Oh, I
You-
can't
you
wait
literally
to
don't
guys
believe it.
lose.
Hassan,
can't
I want to
wait.
see Pods have a 18 point like playoff game.
He can do it.
Bro, if Kuminga averages 13, I don't want to hear you talk to me ever.
Bro, he can have an
Ever.
18-point game. Oh, but Gabe Vincent, the guy who averages
Pods
like
cannot have an
7
18-point
points,
playoff
can't.
game. Pods cannot have an 18-point playoff game.
Oh, but Gabe Vincent can. And he have
Gabe
he's
can
like-
have
He had it in the
18,
finals.
20.
In the finals.
He could
In
have
the
it.
finals, he did it.
He literally
Bro,
did.
everybody on Miami has plus 10 attribute upgrades.
Hey,
Once they leave Miami, they all suck.
Gabe is getting his Miami attributes back. Don't worry, I'm telling you.
Gabe's
look
gonna
at
go to
Caleb Martin.
JJ.
What's Caleb Martin doing? Gabe, who he play for? What team is
The
he on?
Hornets.
No. We're gonna see.
The Sixers.
Who else?
Who
else?
He
Max
plays for the
Strus.
Sixers, right?
Who he play for?
Cleveland.
All right, at least you know. What is he doing? Nothing. All these
Didn't
guys lose their talents after they leave Miami.
It's okay. Now he got the Laker gene. He's getting clutch. Don't worry.
We'll see. Chris Dunn when he
Hey,
joined
don't
you
just
guys.
Max Strus actually still
Chris
got the
Dunn was
scrap,
never
bro.
on
He
our
still be
team.
shooting that shit.
Dude, Chris Dunn was on the Lakers
No, it wasn't.
No, he
a
wasn't.
couple years ago.
No, he
Never.
was not.
See, I'm a real Laker fan.
Nah. Let me see. Chris.
He was
Trust me,
never
I
a
know
Laker.
every
I
Laker
promise
that's
you.
put
I
a jersey
promise you, he's
on.
never been a Laker.
I can name you Stanley Johnson. I can name you whoever you want, but he was not on the Chris. Dunn was
Ryan
not
Kelly
on the
used to
Lakers.
be
I
a
believe
Laker.
you guys. I just want to see his career path because I saw he's on the Guangdong Tigers now.
He was on like Timberwolves. He was
You're
on the
thinking about
Bulls.
the wrong guy. It's not Chris Dunn.
No, the guy on the who won Rookie of the
Kendrick
Year.
Nunn.
Kendrick Nunn. Chris
Kendrick
Dunn.
Nunn. That guy was a
Kendrick
player. He was on our
Yeah,
team.
Kendrick Nunn.
Balling like I'm Kendrick. Who's saying that? Who's bar? Is it Jack Harlow? Who's is it?
Polo G.
Polo G.
Yeah, Kendrick Nunn's the guy I'm talking about. He did play for the Lakers.
Dude, he had like 3 good games,
did.
and we got Rui Hachimura. Can you believe it? Remember Bez? He had like 2 or 3 good games. We're like, all right, let's get Rui Hachimura.
Yeah, now he's playing overseas. When's Rookie
Where
of
he
the Year
belongs.
on Miami?
And now we have a lottery pick like Rui
It's the
Hachimura. So
first.
what do you want to talk to me
The
about?
first to be playing on the Miami Heat.
Don't ever say Lakers don't have a top tier GM front office, bro.
Oh,
he
but
played
last
good.
year. Fire
played-
Pelinka. Fire
I
Pelinka.
never said that. I was Omari.
Yeah. You agreed with him. The bro,
I was
Rob
just shaking
needs
my
to
head.
go, bro.
I was shaking my head. I'm shaking my head.
He redeemed himself. What do you want me to say? We didn't know he had this up
Nico
his
Harrison
sleeve.
gave him a
Dog,
freaking-
look, dog. I promise you
Nico
on
Harrison
everything.
gave him a gift.
He was
Hassan,
plotting.
Hassan, I promise you for the next 10 years of my existence, I'll never complain about Rob Pelinka because now we have Luke. He has 10 years of forgiveness, I swear.
He didn't even earn it.
It don't
Yes, he
matter.
did.
He was the GM.
Hey,
He did.
we got Anthony Davis. You guys got Anthony Davis. Y'all want Luca?
No one else.
Yeah.
No one else
so
did
give
it.
him-
No one else did it.
No one else had
That takes
Anthony
initiative.
Davis.
Hassan, that's
Bro.
initiative.
No. You know what's no? It's crazy because I'm pretty sure they said the Dallas Mavericks called like 2 other teams and they said no. So whoever those teams were,
I heard
fucking
one
sorry
was for
guys.
Anthony Edwards. I was like, what? The Timberwolves will never do that.
What if it was Giannis, the other guy?
No.
Yeah, I mean, I'd
Who do you think it would be? Who do you think it would have been?
Anthony
SGA.
Edwards. Nah, they wouldn't share SGA.
Well, no, who made the call? Who did they called?
Yeah, the Timberwolves. One team.
And you said 2, right? You said there was another team.
Yeah,
It
I'm
was.
thinking about who else would they call?
Jalen Green, bro. I'm telling you, he's the top tier talent in the NBA. But they said no. They said no.
We can't trade
They
our
hung up the
franchise
phone.
player.
They hung up the phone.
2019 Bradley Beal. That's who they called for.
Jordan Poole.
My 30 point per game demon.
2020 Jordan Poole
You think they called the Wizards and the Wizards said no?
for Alex Sarr.
There's a reason he has a no trade clause.
Aha.
The only person I could think of is like Wemby, but like I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. They
Who
are-
the fuck is
That's
calling
okay.
them for that?
I would laugh. I'd laugh and hang up on you.
Bro, I would
Funny
actually
to
chuckle.
respond.
I would screenshot the recording. Like, what are you guys doing? And short on Twitter. Like, are you guys fucking stupid?
They were calling for Jamal Murray, and the Nuggets said no.
Like, are we playing the Lakers 82 times?
Bro, every team should
No,
have a Jamal Murray
we might
just
have
saved
to
up
see
for
the
us.
Lakers. We can't do this, bro.
Oh man.
We need to save Jamal Murray for the Lakers.
Yeah, I
hate
saw somebody make a graphic about Luca losing like 35 pounds in the span of like a month or
How good does he look? Huss, how good does he look? Pause. How good does he look?
two. He looks the same to me.
Cap.
He's
There's
probably
no way
lost,
you
like,
don't think he lost the weight from the first
No,
game.
I think he lost. I don't think he lost weight. Like
He's
Probably
on a diet.
10,
He's
15.
fasting. He's on a
to be
calorie
like
deficit.
170, then drop to 135 in the span of like 2 months.
He was never
That was
270. You were trying to say 270. He was never 270.
270.
That's
was
ridiculous.
a rumor.
Bro, that's
That was a
LeBron
rumor.
weight. Like, that's not real.
He put the fat suit on to get traded.
Yeah, he pulled a James Harden.
The James Harden Classic.
That's a good one.
Oh, man.
Learn from the
Shout
GOAT,
out
the first heliocentric.
The first heliocentric has to copy the. Oh my
Oh,
god,
man.
that was a good segment.
Yeah. What we got next week? MVP, All NBA.
You know who I'm saying? I'm preloading
we're
them.
gonna do the awards, and so how I'm gonna do it is we're gonna score them. Okay.
Alright.
So I have a scoring system, and then we're gonna see when the actual awards get announced who like had the most accurate ones. So
Oh,
have
are we
a
gonna do like
Google
first, second,
spreadsheet.
third?
I'm gonna have a Google spreadsheet. So we're gonna make predictions for each award, all NBA team, and then the so you get 10 points for a correct guess. So if you predict like this guy made all NBA first team and he does, you get 10 points. If you get 5 points if it's like you predicted him in like the second team and he made the first or third, like if you're a squad off. And then yeah, we'll do the same thing for the awards as well. Like if you're second runner up, you get 5. If you win it, you get 10. And then whoever has the most is just wins at the end of the year.
I like it.
Or yeah, when the
That's good.
awards gets announced.
I'm gonna predict Omari gets last because he'll make his list 5 minutes.
2
before
minutes.
we start. Yeah, or while we're doing it.
I'm gonna ask him for all his answers first, so he can't copy it.
I'm gonna say the same thing when he's here next.
He might
week.
not even use the spreadsheet. I'm not gonna lie.
No, I'm just gonna make it. I'm just gonna write down what
Yeah,
he
he's
says.
gonna write him down.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was
So-
gonna be like a shared one. No, I get it.
Whatever he says, I'm writing it down, so he can't change it. I'm not gonna let him do it.
Then he can then Bez can reveal it the week after they say it.
Okay.
Yeah.
What
We can do the same
bananas?
thing for playoffs too. No, huh?
What's up?
So we can do the same thing for our playoff predictions.
Oh, playoff bracket prediction. That could be a whole nother segment.
Yeah. I could score it just like the NCAA works. Like you get I have to look up how
Okay,
the
yeah.
points works, but like there is actual system for it. So
Yeah,
Oh,
I
we
got
could
it.
do that like
Winner
live. We could do it
of,
live.
Winner of the finals gets like 200 points or something like that. I think that's how the NCAA does it.
I think every win is just 200 points. Like every team you pick that advances.
When I
out.
beat Hassan
You
in
also
this,
choose a winner though. You choose a winner, and then they'll give you extra points if you get the winner correct.
Hassan.
It just the way it works is like you just keep going. Like if your winner doesn't go, like you just stop earning points. But if you just keep getting 200 every time that they advance.
Yeah, but then your final winner, like say if like Duke wins right now, you'll get an extra like 300.
Oh, I see.
They're the last man standing, last team standing.
Hey, is Target open right now?
Probably not.
It closes at 11.
Oh, is it? 10 minutes? 9 minutes?
I'll make it in 7, but I'm not gonna. Oh well, I don't want to be that
6,
guy.
7.
6, 7. I don't know how.
I'm gonna save this third option thing for next time.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Preload me in for Austin Reeves,
Yeah, we already know who's number 1.
Norman Powell.
Evan Mobley, Darius Garland.
Norman Powell.
It is not Norman Powell. Hassan, if you say Norman Powell, I'm blocking you.
Who's the genuine question? Who is the third option on the Bulls? Is it Josh Giddey? Is it Kobe White or is it Vucevic?
Right now, it might be Vooch.
Third option.
Yeah, third option on the Bulls.
Who's number 2?
Well, the number 3 will answer the question.
Yeah, who's the third option on the Bulls? I'm asking. Who do you think?
I'm gonna say Vooch is 3. I don't know. I think Kobe and Giddey are very important. You know what I mean?
I'll probably say Vooch at this point.
Yeah,
It's still
right now it's Vooch.
though, in terms of statistics.
I think Kobe White's the best.
I don't know. Hey man, I see Josh Giddey hit a half court 3. I'm changing my mind. I'm letting you know.
Josh Giddey's been their hottest player right now, though.
You just call Josh Giddey hot? It's kind of.
I think Kobe White's been better all year. I think.
Correct.
As a whole, though, like
statistically,
in
I'm
totality,
pretty sure Vooch is better.
No, I think Kobe's the best player.
I think
Pretty
Vooch
sure
is
Kobe's the
also
best
like
player.
helps. He can fit into any system as a team.
But that doesn't matter.
As a player. I mean, you have to take.
I'm just asking on that team. Who's
on the team right now? Who's top 3?
More important is Kobe White.
Kobe, Giddey, and then I think.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with Gabe right there. I think
Kobe, the Diddler, and Vooch.
And then who's the Celtics third option? Is it Derek White? Is it Drew?
Derek White.
Oh, dude, Derek White is such a demon. I'm picking Derek White.
D White.
Well, you let's rank their like top 7th options, bro. They go all the way down like Peyton Pritchard and shit. It's crazy.
Yeah, we'll do
Sam Hauser.
4th options the week after.
Sam
Rui Hachimura, Gabe Vincent.
Man, who's guarding Rui Hachimura?
Who is guarding him? I'm telling you, it's somebody.
Dude, the Nuggets are down bad. They got Russ as the third option.
Someone else has said the same thing to me.
Well, then answer the question. Who's guarding him? If people are asking the question, you have to answer.
Dude, the corner will be guarding him because that's
how
he's gonna be at.
You're not understanding though, Hassan. You have to realize that when we have Luka, there's 2 people on him. So it's not even about it's if there was a body on him, very well, whatever. It could be Gary Payton. It doesn't really matter. But the fact that one person's going to be wide open the whole game, and I'm asking who it is.
That's not how basketball works, though.
No, it is though. It is though. When you have Luka, LeBron, and Austin Reeves, someone's always open because it's fucking 9 billion IQ on the team.
That means you guys would be 82-0. That means no one will be able to guard your team.
That's how they play basketball, though.
No, that means no one will be able to guard your team because Luka's unguardable.
No, he is unguardable though.
Well, you can miss shots though. Hassan, people can miss shots, open shots.
And we stink on defense. Well, we don't stink, but we're not as good on defense. So it's like we have another side of the ball. But if you watch people guard us, they double team Luka every possession, even if he's stinking it up. So that's why I'm asking you.
And then Reeves and Braun cut and it's GG. Like someone else again wide open.
You just keep rotating.
You're not gonna have enough rotation pieces, I promise you.
Okay, so you're just gonna sweep us then?
I think you'll lose 4-0.
If Pods has to rotate for under the basket help, he's not stopping anybody. If Pods has to rotate for under the basket help, he's not stopping anyone.
Depends on the possession.
Dog, he's not stopping Rui. He's not stopping Luka. He's not stopping LeBron. He's not stopping
Vando, Hayes. No, literally
you're gonna be one-on-one in the post.
You think he's stopping Jackson Hayes on a roll? He's not stopping shit.
You're acting like he's just gonna get posted up the whole game or something. Just be one-on-one in the post.
Jackson Hayes is gonna do like a 360 no scope dunk on his ass. I swear to God.
Time to end the podcast, man.
You think he's done it on people bigger than him?
Time to end the podcast. Man's talking about 360.
Bro, do you remember when Jackson Hayes came back was like the best highlight of the week? I remember Jackson Hayes came back. We're like, thank God. Like your fans were so happy.
When's the last good game Jackson Hayes has had?
Like 2 weeks ago, but that's what I'm saying. Like 2 weeks ago.
No, not even. He had like. Hold on, let me check his box.
A week ago? Was it a week ago?
Not even, bro. I think it was earlier than that.
Really? Let me
pull it up right now.
What's a good game? Like 7 and like 10? Hey, but he's like an 8th option.
Yes, that is a good game. That is a very good
That's
game.
an 8th option guy.
All
That
he
is a
does
good
is catch
game.
lobs. Like that, you got to understand.
Hassan,
All
that's a
those
good game.
points were easy buckets.
He
Like,
had 19 points against the Bulls.
Damn, that's a lot of
there you go,
points.
19 and 10, right? He had 19 and
You
10.
guys lost.
But he had a good game.
What else?
But he had a
That was
good
about
game
it.
though.
Then he had 19 against the Suns.
19 and
Yeah.
8, 13, 10, 9.
19
Hey, his
points all
points
off
line is
lobs,
9.
bro.
I'm
That's a
letting you
great
know.
game.
His points line is like 7.5. If he goes over, that's a good
Warriors
game.
got to
I'm
worry
letting you
about
know
him
right
too. Who's guarding Jackson Hayes next?
now. Nobody on your team.
Let's throw in DFS. Who's guarding DFS?
Oh, you guys gotta go. Oh, I forgot. That's another shooter you can't guard. Also, Luka and DFS have played together before. Chemistry. You want to talk about chemistry? He's a bit
Dude,
of a
Hassan's
scientist himself.
laughing, but when these guys have wide open shots, he's not going to be laughing anymore.
He's gonna be crying. He's like, "Oh my god, where's Puz? Why isn't Puz rotating?" I want to hear us talk about
He's gonna be like,
rotation.
why is no one guarding DFS? Well, right now he's like, oh, who's guarding DFS?
Why is Rui wide open first, like at the top of the key? Like, what the hell?
Gabe said the same thing about Jared Vanderbilt. Next thing you know,
What did I say about Jared
Why is he
Vanderbilt?
in the game?
Jared
What did I say
Vanderbilt. I'm
about
not
Jared
even pretend he has any offensive game.
no,
I'm not
you
even gonna
compared
call
Jared.
You know my stance on Jared Vanderbilt. Don't cap.
to Gary Payton. I remember this.
I did.
Word
I
for
did.
word,
I
that
did.
is a
Vando.
good
I'll
comparison.
take
That's a great
Vando. I'll take
comparison.
He
Vando.
said he was
I
better.
will take
He said he was
Vando.
better.
I'll take Vando.
He could be better.
Gary
They're
Payton-
comparable.
Gary
But it's a
Payton is better than
conversation.
Vanderbilt.
You act like what I'm saying is like insane. I promise
Jason,
it's
They're
not.
very comparable
But we
players.
already
bro.
discussed.
Listen.
We already,
I literally said
That's not
the
true.
fact that he's a little taller and his length and he has some
Gary
slashing
Payton can
capability
shoot.
compared
Vanderbilt
to.
cannot shoot. Vanderbilt
I
has
don't
zero
care. I didn't
offensive
ask that.
skills.
No,
He is
no,
the
no.
occasional
That's
corner
cap. He
three.
got the corner three.
He is the
Bruh.
occasional corner three. He does.
Occasional corner three.
So does
Occasional.
Gary Payton. What the fuck does he do?
Dude,
He hits occasional
Gary-
corner three.
He's been shooting like 30% from three.
He's dog shit. That's
30%.
dog
You're
shit.
talking about 30%?
Hold on, I'm
Yeah.
gonna pull the facts up right now before
Gary
I let this
Payton.
guy spread misinformation.
3
We're
points.
talking about like I'm choosing Vando. It's like a 10 out of 10 compared to like a 4 out of 10 player.
Vando 29 from three, and you said Gary Payton's 30. Come on, bro. What are we talking about?
I
There's
think it's
no
higher
way
than
Gary
that.
Payton's 30%, and you're telling me
Check.
Vando has no offensive game.
Check
Check,
it.
check.
He's 30. Oh, he's better this year. 33.
33%.
But Hassan, by the way,
36
none of
last
these
year.
guys are meant for offense. You're comparing like nitpick stats, but they're like in a
They're
playoff
both
game.
defensive players.
Hassan,
They're both
in a
good
playoff
defensive
game,
players.
they're probably gonna hit one each, and the percent doesn't matter. They're gonna hit one each. You know what I'm saying?
Honestly,
I'm
Gabe's
saying-
right. If they're both taking 1-3, like maybe one will make one and the other one won't. Like that's
No,
not
he's
gonna
been hitting
fucking
threes.
change
He'll-
the game.
he'll take
Bro,
good
what
last
is his
three
3 p.m.? Tell me his 3-pointers made. If it's like 0.7, I don't want to like.
Dude, there's no way. Gary Payton
8.5.
averages like 2 threes a game. There's no way.
He only
That's
plays
what I'm
14
saying.
minutes, 15
Like
minutes.
we're talking about like
So
you want to
is
bring up the
Vando.
3-point percentage, like it matters. It matters if it's a volume shooter, but if it's like on 2 threes, the dude's 30%. Like literally, it's a doesn't mean anything stat. I promise.
All
you.
right, we'll see, man. We'll see. I'm hoping this series happens. I pray to
Bro,
God.
I'm
this series
hoping
happens.
Vando hits
I
like
want
3
the
threes in one
Lakers.
game against you. Hassan, I'm hoping Vando hits 3 threes over Gary Payton so I can like send you text messages nonstop. That's all I'm hoping for.
You better watch the game on Thursday, man.
Oh, bro, I will watch I'll be at the gym. What time is it?
7:30.
Oh, I'm gonna be at. Oh no, I'll watch it.
7 or 7:30, one of those.
I'm gonna be at the gym at 9 p.m. sharp.
Okay, I'm looking at Gary Payton's fucking page real quick.
He
What
sucks
the
balls.
fuck does this mean? Hold on. I don't know what basketball reference is trying to show me here. I'm gonna show you this real quick.
NSFW.
9-time participant of what? What does this mean?
Hassan, talk to me.
Zoom in.
Hassan, what is that?
I can't zoom in on what? Oh, you can't see it?
Hassan,
No.
what is that? 9-time participant.
Oh, I zoomed into
Does
it.
he have any nicknames? Does he have any nicknames?
What's the 0? What's a +6 on the jersey?
What?
Oh, it disappeared. Can
I
you
can
click
see
on
it.
it?
No,
I
I
can see it
can't.
clearly.
No, I don't
Ask
know.
Google
9
AI
time
what that
participant.
means. Ask, what? Actually, I don't know.
He got
Bro, I
participation
think-
trophies for playing with the GOAT, Stephen Curry.
He got
Is he-
participation trophies for
He has no
playing
nick-
with the GOAT.
Yeah.
Relatives. Gary
How do you have
Payton.
9? How do you have 9 times and you only played 8 years?
That's why I'm asking.
Hey,
what the fuck is this? Is this?
And you know,
is
Gary
this-
is only 7 years older than us. Ain't that crazy?
Not really.
Oh, let's look at a real champion. 7-time participant.
He
Was
doesn't
he
have more
participating?
participation awards, bruh.
All right, let's see
not as
Steph.
good as
How many?
my
How
guy.
many participation does Steph have? Huh?
Oh, 100.
0.
None.
Oh, 16.
16.
16.
Is that years in the NBA?
It has to be years. I'm assuming this is
Yeah,
years.
yeah. I think it's years. Years make sense.
Yeah. Yeah,
Chef,
experience
the
15
Human
years.
Torch. Ain't
in
nobody
the
ever
16
called him the
season.
Human Torch. Threeses. I've heard the threeses
Threeses.
before. The
Well,
Human
yeah.
Torch.
Curry,
Pods? Does he
My
have
guy.
nicknames? Just Pods. How about
wow,
Cum
Bez, I'm scared of the all rookie pods. Woo. Woo.
No Cum Bucket nickname?
That's not up there.
You can put it on there. Go inspect element.
No, it's okay.
Jonathan
I'm good. I'm not good to
Cool mean.
I was about to type cum bucket on basketball reference.
All
that. All right.
right.
Well-
I'm hoping that series happens, bro.
I actually do too. Like, it'd just be fun to talk shit, and also just
families.
it'd be like one of the more fun first round series too.
Yeah, but I want to have a fun first round
Yeah.
again. Bro, back to back when the Lakers played, what was it, the Grizzlies and the Warriors? That was some of the best basketball I've ever seen.
The Blazers bubble one was pretty entertaining because I remember the Blazers went on that streak. And
Dude, everyone was saying, dude, can the
like, oh,
18 Blazers
Blazers
upset them? Because they won like 10
Upset.
games in the bubble or whatever. Like,
yeah.
You said the Blazers, you know what you reminded me
I come
of?
here to lose. Told you if you're gonna invite us here,
I remember
you
that.
go play some basketball.
Hassan.
Get swept. Beat in 5.
Oh
His
my
career is funny, bro. One rookie of the year, 0 championships.
But I grew a beard.
No beard.
I'll never forget the grew a beard Twitter, bro.
He just grew a beard. Top 75.
Oh no, he got an
grew a
All-Star
beard.
game MVP, right?
Did he?
no, that graphic was mad hating. They just left out all his like all NBA All Star appearances. They're, like,
Yeah, that
0
was bad.
championships, 0
That was
finals
bad.
championships, 0 Eastern Conference championships,
0
0 Western
MVPs.
Conference. Like, all right.
Hassan,
man.
you know what that reminded me of? What was it? A
Hmm.
year or 2 or 3 actually before the bubble when what was it? Dame hit like that clutch shot over Paul George. I still remember that shot to this day. I was watching it
Yeah,
live.
I remember where I was.
I screamed like the Lakers won the championship. I promise you, because I was so invested in that playoff series that when I was like 16 or 17.
I was at the
So
gym.
crazy.
Oh, I screamed too because I hated that. I hated Russ and Paul George together. So I was like, dude, I can't wait for those fools to.
And I
I
remember
wanted Paul
the-
George to go so bad.
I remember the 2018 run that Braun had against the Pacers. He blocked Oladipo to win Game 7.
Is that
Did you
the
see what
flight one where he
Oladipo
reacts?
tweeted the other day about LeBron's game winner? We had that tip in, and Oladipo tweeted, "Oh, easiest game winner of all time."
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then
I
people
saw
were in the comments like posting the one that he hit on them, that little floater, and he's like, "Are you sure this one wasn't easier?" Crazy.
it. Damn, and LeBron's still playing his team while he's out the league making podcasts now.
Okay, LeBron's gonna play till he's like
Different
60.
level.
Come on.
Mind the game. Season
Minded
2.
the game.
You know
Season 2.
what I saw about that? They should have it where like every season is like LeBron and a new guest. You know, so they did JJ Redick season 1, Steve
yeah.
Nash season 2, like
I
have
agree.
Rondo season 3 or something. I think that would be fun.
Chris Paul.
Yeah,
Another good one.
these high IQ guys.
I like that. I like that.
You should bring Carmelo Anthony. Oh, you know what I do?
There's gonna be yapping.
Have to get in the corner, wing.
Get out
and
the
let
way.
him go to work. So I was thinking the same exact thing.
I want them to talk about that season where they played together on the Lakers. That'd just be a funny.
The old head squad you guys had.
Bro, LeBron was just big
DJ
broing
too.
Melo the whole time, bro. It was like his little brother. Bro, I swear to God, when Melo like joined the Lakers that year, I was like the biggest like is it called Patriot?
Dude, Melo was
No, not
good as
patronizing.
fuck for
What's it
us
called?
too, bro. If he joined a competent roster, he would have actually been like a super useful player for us.
But he hated coming off the bench, right? He literally hated it. I swear
Yeah, I
he did.
remember we had the Laker Nets finals when everybody joined teams. They
Yeah.
had LaMarcus Aldridge and Carmelo Anthony on graphics.
Oh my god, I
Like,
forgot about
yeah.
LaMarcus on that team. And then they ended up
LA.
getting Blake.
Didn't he retire for like a heart condition?
Yeah.
Then he came back.
Yeah,
He
that's
tried
where
to,
he
yeah.
when he came
Or he
back.
tried to.
Played like 4 games for them.
Uh,
All
it comes with a heavy heart to say this.
right, we got 2 hours in. Tired
That was a
Good
great
episode.
podcast.
episode.
Um,
3-man leave episode 100.
shout out to Bronny MVP.
Who's this?
Last comment
Oh,
coming
this
in right before.
Oh, this Akron and
Luka.
Luka.
Akron and Jimmy Butler.
Yeah.
I'm so confused. Oh,
Okay.
I get it.
Who's the other Akron? Oh,
LeBron.
LeBron.
Bro, it took me a sec to get that poem
Oldest
figured out, bro.
Akron.
It was like a haiku.
Haiku.
I'm gonna start using it. I'm gonna steal what he said.
Yeah, go put those nicknames on Basketball Reference because they ain't got it.
Akron.
I had to come bucket with that. And Jalen Green.
What is his nickname?
Dope.
All right, that's enough. Right there.
I ain't even gonna say nothing.
Just watch. Playout time comes. Just watch.
Dog,
I'll
if he
go
has
get
a
one.
We actually will
bro,
be watching.
if he has like a
Right, go-
40-point
go
game,
study.
I'm never shutting up. If he has a 40-point playoff game, I'm not shutting up. I swear to God. I
If
swear
he
to
has a
God.
10 turnover game, I'm also not shutting up.
I'll take it. But if it's the same game as the 40-point game and they win, you automatically lose.
We're gonna have an emergency podcast.
I will
First thing
literally,
he said,
bro, I will
Keontae
literally emergency
Keontae George.
No, it's not
Jalen
even
scored,
fair,
bro.
bro. It's literally not even fair.
Bro, I hope Jalen Green drops 50. Oh, if he has 50, if he has 50,
I don't even
I
think
like
he's
Six
ever
things
had
that'll never
50.
happen for 100.
okay.
I don't even think he's ever had a 50-point game.
Hey, will he play in the fourth quarter? Let's start there, okay? One
All
step at a
right,
time.
all right.
Yeah. Now we talking real ball.
That was like a mistake, bro. That was like a little timeout. He had to like go on a little timeout.
He played over 30 minutes though.
He did 30 minutes.
Oh, that's the threshold now?
Hey,
As
his
long as
per
you have the
36,
30
that's got to be like 29 points per
35,
game, though, right, Huss?
35 plus.
Huss, what is his per 36 looking like?
That has to be high. It's
Has to be like
Jalen
32,
Green.
right? Has like
Has to
32,
be.
33.
It's Jalen Green.
Yeah.
Hey,
Well,
check
man,
Quinn
never be
Grimes
low.
for 36. Should probably average 40 points a game.
All right, let me check his
Yeah.
career.
Yeah,
30
and then
per
rests
33.
every other game, which is crazy. This dude's a freaking bench player getting rest in the NBA.
Does he drop like 30 plus?
the Sixers actually have to because they lose their draft pick if they don't like suck enough this year. So they're actually have to tank really bad.
And I see the Raptors playing Jakob Poeltl every other game. Like what type
No,
of
dude. I don't know if you've
legality
been
is
paying
this?
attention, bro. Guys, I don't know. It's the Raptors, so you probably haven't seen it. But this got to be the most blatant. I've never seen the most blatant tanking that the Raptors are doing. So they get their starters, right? They get
Yeah, they
IQ,
play in the first
RJ,
half and bench
Scotty
them.
Barnes, and they bench them all in the fourth quarter. It doesn't matter what the score is. They have like Jared Roden and Chris Boucher, 12 minutes of the fourth quarter. How is this not being investigated? How is this illegal?
They do the same. They do it in the second half too. Some games.
There's no
Like,
way.
what is this?
Bro,
People are paying
a
hard-earned
four-man
money to
sub,
watch
no
players play
starters?
just to not play them. Like at the
Bro,
end of the year.
four-man sub, no starters.
Dude, and they've been doing this for weeks. Like I remember I was watching the fantasy app. That's how long ago it was, and I was like, dude, why is Scotty Barnes not checked in the entire fourth quarter? And it's Jared Roden and like Chris Boucher leading the charge of this comeback. I don't know, but
It's ridiculous.
That's crazy.
I knew it was crazy when I saw Quentin Grimes getting rest. Like he has a good 2 weeks. Okay, let's rest. Like, what are we doing?
He had a crazy 2 week though. He was better than Paul
It's the
George for like
game
his
I
whole
love.
career.
Okay, but he's not good enough to be getting rest.
Hey man, you go in the NBA, play like that, they'll give you rest days.
And when it's tankathon time,
When it's Cooper flag. Cooper flag.
dude, the 76ers are trying just not to lose their draft pick. Because if they do, they just had the worst season of their franchise for nothing. One of.
and it goes to
One up.
OKC of all
One up.
teams.
Oh man,
OKC's too powerful.
they are.
Yeah,
They got to be nerfed, low key.
they can
Like
win
they should just
69
they
games
should give
this year.
one they should give one pick to each team in the NBA.
Yeah,
That'll
give
be
the
fair.
pick back that you took from everybody.
Yeah, bro. Like, come on. Like, you guys
Except
are already
the
good. You guys have
Give it back
SGA.
to
You
the
guys
Clippers.
have J-Dub. You guys have Chet. Just like give it back, bro. Come on. You're not
I saw
using it,
Draymond
right?
Green say that if Paul George, like if you get Paul George's career and put it in another player, that's like likable. He's a Hall of Famer, but since it's Paul George, people don't like him. I'm
Bro,
like, that's true. I don't like Paul George, bro.
is it the way he talks? Or like, is it, what is his off?
It's,
Like,
it's
what?
literally what he
He's like
says.
corny.
So he's like Tatum.
Dude, this guy
Or
3
different
months ago
corny.
said he's quitting his podcast to focus on a finals run. Come on, like, are we really gonna say that's not fucking corny?
Bro,
as hell?
when the Eagles made it to the Super Bowl, you just see him in his car just driving through like a popular street, going through traffic. So, excuse me. This dude's not real. Yeah. And then you just see him taking pictures in the All-Star break on vacation when they can't even win a game. Like, there's no sense of awareness at all.
Oh man.
This dude dead ass. Well, like they recruited him to the Clippers to be the second option. He's like, well, shit, I don't know, bro. I just be doing, I'm kind of just like, I'm gonna just be the role player, I'm gonna let my teammates shine. Like, what are you talking
got
about?
Kawhi.
I paid you
This is
$200
I'm a
Kawhi's
number
team.
two. I'm a number two. I am a number two.
This is Kawhi's team.
Like, but Paul George, Kawhi's not here.
Shit, I guess I'll play, but it's
I'm
still
not
Kawhi's
here
team
either,
though.
then.
It's still Kawhi's team.
Man,
Oh,
he's
man.
such a good player too. Sad.
Yeah.
Or he was.
And
He's
he's
out.
at a point of his career where he also like there's gonna be no change in mentality because it's
Now
like
it's
already
Celtic
dead.
Shaq.
He sacrificed his soul to podcasts.
He could have
Podcast.
waited 1 year to just do podcasting. Why do you have to do it now?
Man.
His image would be different. I promise you. If he wasn't talking, I promise.
Yeah, 100%.
Dude, he'd be such a. He's like, hey man, he doesn't say a single word. He plays. He's a cool, smooth dribbler. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But now he's talking. He's
Nah,
like,
he always says something. If he didn't say anything, even after the bubble, he got
That's
criticized.
a bad shot.
I think he
You
changed-
remember
I
that?
feel like
Yeah, that's
that
a
was
bad
bad.
shot.
I
a
feel like he
bad
always
shot.
changes his voice too. Like Cat, he's like, I think
Oh,
he
man,
does
y'all-
that too.
Y'all haven't seen playoff P yet. Then he goes out and does pandemic P.
Off the
that's
side
gonna
of the
be tough.
backboard.
Man. How do you butcher your own nickname to get memed?
Way off beat.
Pandemic P was so crazy. Bro, thinking about it now, Pandemic P is so funny.
How do you get
Like, even
bitched
back
by
then,
Joe Ingles? That's what I want to know.
that was crazy.
Man.
Oh, bro.
Paul George, man.
I think I'm dumb, bro.
Bro,
My ear
yeah.
hurts.
Joe Ingles got 2 autistic sons, huh? I know. No, shout out to Joe Ingles and his sons, though.
Shout out
You
Joe.
shouted out acoustic Paul
PG
George.
got to retire. He got to go full-time podcaster.
Yeah.
Do the anti-JJ.
Just hang it
Reddit.
up. Hang it up. Is he gonna get his jersey
Imagine-
retired anywhere?
No,
Imagine Paul George as a head
Maybe
coach.
Really?
in
Not
Indiana.
even Pacers?
maybe Pacers, but they
No,
don't like
they didn't
him
give him
there.
a tribute video. I
Yeah,
remember him
but-
complaining about not getting
Oh yeah,
one.
and he was upset about it when he was like
Yeah.
on the Sixers. Like, bro, it's been fucking 12 years. Let it go.
That's so.
You could have asked 8 years ago.
And then I remember him like talking bad about the Intuit Dome. He was like, I just see a bunch of empty seats there. I don't see that many.
Dude,
Clippers
this
fans
dude
over
is
there."
so stupid.
Dude,
No
he
one's gonna retire his
actively
jersey.
tanks every chance to get his jersey retired by shit talking the team he was just on.
Yeah.
Oh, we're the little brother of LA in the basement.
So
There's
when
a
I
lot of
was
empty
walking
seats
around
in the
lane,
arena.
We're the B team.
Yeah, we're the V team.
But then you say, I was growing up a Clipper fan my whole life. And you say we're the B team? What the fuck are you talking about? How you say that about your favorite team?
His career would be way better if he didn't say anything at all. Straight up.
Paul George
Yeah.
on mute might hit different. Paul George on mute would hit differently. I swear to God.
Yeah,
100%.
him choosing to put more mics in his face is probably not a good idea. He just gives everybody more.
He's getting more clips though.
Bro, his cloud just slowly went down. I remember Paul George Pacer days was pretty cool, but like Thunder, all right, you didn't come to the Lakers, all right. What are we doing?
My
You know
Thunder
what I'm saying?
Thunder was peak.
Thunder,
That's
okay,
why
Thunder was
Brandon
peak.
Miller
Thunder was
is-
peak.
No, the
I know.
downfall started when he got locked up by Joe Ingles. Ever since then, it's just slowly like
Yeah, that was bad.
No, it was the Dame shot. Dame shot's the downfall.
That's a
That
bad
was a
shot.
bad
yeah,
shot.
those are
That's
your
a bad
after,
shot.
right?
Oh, that was a meme, bro. I remember.
Yeah, that was a bad shot. And then he got into the Cancun reference with Pat Bev, the whole IG beef in the bubble before pandemic P.
Wasn't he getting memed on for like marrying a stripper or something?
That too.
Yeah, I could change her, bro.
I'm not even gonna. I mean, with that stuff, like all the NBA players would be. I mean, we could get into Jalen Green, but
No.
I'm
We
not
can
even
end the
do it.
podcast right then and there.
a lot of NBA players be like bagging like promiscuous women. So I'm not even gonna hold him against
Mm.
that. But it's just the shit he says on the court and like
Yeah,
about
everything basketball related is an L for Paul.
Jalen Green's stepkid is almost his age.
Yeah,
Did you know that?
he's calling him
He's like
dad.
18.
Pops.
Pops. What do you
That'd
call
be
it?
wild
What do you
if
call
he
it?
actually
What do
He
you call
about
it?
to play with his
22-year-old
stepson in the
Jalen
league.
No, that's
Yeah,
the real Bron and Johnny
LeBron,
Duo.
LeBron did it first. Yeah, right.
Jalen Green and
Ronnie.
his stepson.
No,
That'd be
Luka
a
did it
first time ever, huh?
Luka did it first with Devin Booker.
Facts. Look, do it first.
All right, let's end it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that'll
probably
wrap it
around.
up. 2 hours. Appreciate everybody who tuned in. If you're watching
Yes,
this,
sir.
drop a like, drop a sub if you haven't already. And thanks for everybody that's been here through 100 episodes. We'll have a extra episode out for you guys sometime soon. Hopefully we can meet up and film that. But
Hopefully some IRL content.
yeah, hopefully that. If anything, we'll do some trivia if we can't get IRL. So appreciate everybody, and
Trivia
we'll
demon.
see you on the next one.
BDL,
100.
100 episodes of trivia.